Yes.
What veg are we talking though?
Peppers. Worst veg.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I'd eat pepper raw, mate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you
like
get out.
You weird gorilla.
You
What are you on about?
grace-stained mess.
Yo.
We've just done a sick episode with Spread Negativity, guys.
Adam Wood and Liam Tuffy. James Allen was here with us as well. We found out about James's hanky fetish. Liam getting potentially nonced
So many
on his
layers
mad
to that.
feet. Aaron had a horrendous story about her
Fingering.
fingering.
Yeah, it's a mad one.
It's a fun one. We had a good time.
All the stuff. Great episode.
But before we get involved in that, innit, what have we got to talk about? Patreon. Loads on there.
There's a bonus episode every single week. It's either us at home, chonging in the shed, or
Whiffed off of our tits.
Yeah, and we do live in a shed. It's fucking awful. Sign up to Patreon so we can leave the shed. But we've decorated it nice so it doesn't look like we're in a shed. We're not in a shed.
We're not in a shed.
Why am I?
We're in a shed though. And for just £3 a month, you can see that. Shed. We also have specials on there. There's what's on there now. We've just put Great British Baked Off Our Tits on there. We got Real High made cakes. It was hilarious.
It's got all the copyrighted Bake Off music.
It's got everything you need.
So you feel like
to have a fun time.
You feel like you're watching the real deal, but with those morons, and that's better.
We've had the live show at the Swingers House, where you might remember we've also got an episode from the Swingers House where we interviewed a load of swingers. We went back to that for a live show, the live talent shows that we do. It was wild, crazy, queefing through harmonicas.
There was tits
That's all
and
you
flaps.
need to know. There's even a nip slip on there.
Oh, it's so funny.
My bad.
Because it's blurry over the tits, and then just at one point, the blur moves off to the corner really quick. It goes whoop, and you see some big old whopping titties.
Some big old tits.
So go and have a look at that.
So have a look at that. That's fun, isn't it? What other patrons offering you a big old titty? And then what else? You get early access to public episodes 7 days early.
You get to do Q&As with guests.
Q&As with guests.
You get early access to live show tickets and discount on stuff. You get prints and
£10 patrons get free live show ticket every month as well. And a signed print and a members only club card.
Oh my God.
So, loads of stuff over there.
You should sign up just for once.
Loads of specials already on there. Loads of specials coming. We're filming a burlesque dance in a few weeks. That's going to be on there, as well as like a podcast to accompany it and shit like that. It's all good over there. It's going to be fun. Get on there. Patreon, £3 a month. Patreon.com/Mild High Club. Let's go spread some negativity.
But if you just give it a little wiggle, so it's fresh.
Give one a little wiggle.
How long do you do?
We're back. Don't know what episode we're on. Loads has been going on. We've had a sex show. We've had a bake-off. We've been dancing. Stuff's been going on. We're joined today, Adam Wood, Liam Tuffy.
I'll do.
Spread Negativity podcast. How's it going?
I'm enjoying that.
I don't know this new intro that I'm doing.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've been super low-key all of a sudden.
I'm just chilling. 420. Smoke. How have you been?
Good, man.
Yeah?
I'm liking your little belly hiding device here. It's nice.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice. Wore a jacket to hide the sides.
You're adorable, by the way. I told you look sharp once in that jacket, and he's wore it every time I've seen him since.
I've only just learned that they do a favour to the big fella, like they cut your sides. Do you know what I mean? That's my issue. I'm all hips.
So are you just trying to hide yourself now when you buy clothes?
Yeah, isn't that what everyone's doing? No?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I've never thought of hiding my body with it though. I think
my issue is that I don't.
You don't need to hide, Liam.
Be myself.
Big is beautiful, Liam.
Well, I've also got a little food stain on the top as well. So I'm going to keep
the gross. You're disgusting. Pig.
We went out for my girlfriend's birthday like a week ago, and I was like, oh, you look sharp. There you go. That looks sound, that. And then we recorded ours on Monday, and I've come and seen him again, and he's still wearing it. It's just the same outfit.
It's easy to do, isn't it?
Do you want to pretend in that jacket?
I am one t-shirt, that's a jacket on. It's just easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
that's why I wear a lot of shirts. Yeah.
I just need to get up the shackets now. Plus, I rock a beige, me. I've got beige written all over me, haven't I?
Yeah.
It's like a good colour for me.
And the colour of the food that you eat. Beige.
He's got a good diet, to be honest.
Yeah, no, but I was just ripping him. Being overweight.
If anything, I'm the one that fucking eats terribly.
I know it's not fair to be fair.
Got me drink on my leg.
I have chili today with veg.
Oh, well done.
Chili with veg.
Well, veg
Was it
in the chili.
vegetarian chili or was it just veg?
No, it was
in
just chili, but it was left over from what Beth made. Had I have made it, it would have been chicken nuggets and chips. Fucking pathetic.
Beige.
Yeah.
Nice.
What veg
I
are we
like it.
talking though?
Worst
Peppers.
veg.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I'd eat some
grim,
pepper
lad.
raw, me.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You
like
get out.
You weird gorilla.
You
What are you on
great
about?
stained meth.
I'd eat. Did you call me a gravy stained meth? Thanks for presuming that the food spilt on me was gravy. By the way,
About 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes ago, she was like, big as you. So honestly, right,
That was
listen,
me.
you do you big gravy stained meth. Honestly, it's disgusting.
for eating a pepper.
Yeah, for being the opposite of what you've been calling yourself.
Just how we get down over here.
I feel welcome. I feel comfortable.
James,
Fucking
how are
hell.
you?
I'm
You look
good. I'm-
absolutely jolly.
I'm good today. I have had gravy as well.
Spill any on yourself?
No, actually, I took the napkin in.
Oh,
Like
did
a
you?
child.
Is it a child or a gentleman?
Hi.
Depends what the napkin was, really.
If you went into a restaurant though and you saw him with a little like
what I
napkin bit,
mean,
you wouldn't
yeah.
think like,
Classy
you-
gentleman.
you
yeah,
know.
you wouldn't. Would you?
You'd order in.
Not a cravat.
What is that? No, I had a beef sandwich with a little gravy dip.
Oh.
Yeah.
A
Wait,
little
from
French
where?
dip number, yeah.
Pardon?
From where?
No, from
Oh.
the cafe by mine.
Oh, nice.
Farmhouse cafe.
Shout out.
Use James 10 for the 10% off your gravy sandwiches.
Napkin 15.
Right, so we're doing a burlesque performance. I don't know if you know about this.
I saw a little picture of you announcing your stand-up retirement in
Yeah,
What
yeah.
was
Saw
the worst
the,
thing I've ever seen a
My
man
gold
wear.
leotard. You should see the video, mate.
Yeah.
That's worse. horrendous.
How do you feel about wearing the old wrestling singlet?
Do you know what? There's not a lot of things anymore I won't do.
You've reached the point of the edge, haven't you?
Yeah,
You're
I
like that
watched
edge.
you eat crickets out of Ishan Akbar's
There you
hands.
go.
So like,
Yeah.
There
it's
you
a
go.
step up if anything.
Yeah. I love it though. I love
Hey,
this new James.
Me too, mate.
Exactly.
We're
It's
going through our
reckless, though.
Miley Cyrus, do you know that phase where she went a bit mad?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
us
yeah,
now.
yeah.
We've been Hannah Montana and we're done with that.
Right now, me and you were swinging on wrecking balls, aren't we? Yeah.
Watch out, world.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I think I'm going to take Dean's advice and place a little buffer down there, place a little sock or
Oh,
something.
100% lad, yeah.
It's funny because you
Couldn't
put
not.
socks down there and it comes out so far.
You can
Looks
probably
like
pack them in. It's dead
fucking
funny.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fringe from ooh ah.
I don't.
The cartoons. I mean, I got it. I understood what you were
Yeah.
driving at.
One of them old fucking, what's the
Yeah.
things they used to do back in
Imagine
the
if someone
fucking 50s and that?
if someone comes up and like presses it and then just presses it in, it goes whoa.
It just keeps going.
Yeah. That's
And then you go through a wormhole.
so yeah. I'm definitely gonna.
You gotta get sturdy socks.
Oh, I'm packing it
40
like
socks.
comically large
Oh man.
because I want the laugh.
Offensively
Yeah.
large.
As many socks as I can get in.
Yeah, you don't want it
is
to
that?
look like has he or hasn't he? Do you know what I
That's
mean?
it.
It's got,
I'm gonna
it's
make-
got to be obvious that
I'm
you
like,
put
so
the
you don't
socks
know
in
what
there.
my penis looks
Exactly.
like. It looks comically large for tonight. I'm waving it in your face. That's what's going
But
on.
do you know what? Because it's quite low cut though. So the more you put in there, the further away it's
Can I
going to
have this
go.
one?
That's even
Talking
funnier.
about
Until
Dean's
it reveals the top of
It's
your
even
penis.
funnier. No, I've got to keep some underpants on or something.
Cover up the semi.
No,
Okay, no then.
no
Right.
underpants.
Okay.
You got to go bollock
Gotta
in a
get those
wrestling
numbers
singlet.
up.
What?
Gotta get the numbers up.
I know.
I don't maybe a brief.
But
I've got
we
one
tried.
for
We had the
ages.
rehereso with the rip-on pants, rip-off,
Mate,
rip-on
They are
pants.
so
And
much
you've-
fun.
Yeah, and
that'd be mad,
they've
wouldn't
broke them all. They've broken every single pair of them.
Oh yeah, this is
couldn't wear
from like
anything like that,
fucking
mate.
Alibabas.com or whatever. What's it called?
AliExpress.
Amazon.
AliExpress. Alibaba's Kebabas was placed by ours kebab shop.
Okay.
My
Sorry.
dad sorry, no, go on.
Sorry, mate. I was just going to say, I saw a pantomime as a kid, and there was like fellas in leotards dancing, and one fella in particular was quite like bigger than everyone else, and the leotard was a bit tighter, and I could genuinely see his urethra. Like from
your
the
in your
stalls.
pants.
genuinely, you could see the hole being spread a bit.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
Mental, mental. So when you said that you'd have to like not wear underwear, that flashback just hit me like a ton of bricks, and now I'm
You can
picturing
put
it.
your willies in socks. All right, that's your underwear.
Cool.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I'm
put it
gonna
in the sock and
Yeah.
Call
then.
myself Urethra Franklin though.
Our dance troup's called Diversity Quarter.
Nice.
That's what all-
Right.
Or what was the other one?
Amy Kay and the dance pouches.
Dance pouches. Yeah, because they are little dance pouches on them leotards, innit? Bad times.
Who else
It's
is
been-
getting dressed up?
It's us three, Callum and Kay.
Yeah.
What's Kay wearing? What are you wearing?
That bag there.
That bag.
The bag.
Put that on. What is it?
It's a swimming costume and a little gold skirt.
Oh, okay.
So I've got I'll just be wearing black, and I've got some like gold they look like superhero short pants, knickers, superhero knickers.
Oh, classic.
You've got this
superhero
easy
knickers.
though, because like the more ridiculous a woman tries to dress, do you know what I mean? You're still gonna look good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah,
he puts on this fucking singlet, he's got his fucking cock out, and
yeah,
that.
I'm
no
just
one's
look
gonna be looking at me.
Yeah.
These three up
I'm
there.
fucking flexing me. Do you know what? The thing I'm worried about is how big the stage is in Albert Schloss.
Yeah.
But do you know,
There's
if we're
5
all,
of us, and we went the other
Worried
week
it's
to
not
watch
big enough
it.
for you.
Big.
And nah, lad,
if we're all
definitely
bumping
not.
into each other as well, though, comical, proper comical.
But we're getting
Is
paid.
there going to be people there?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
It's
like
shocking
Oh,
every
fuck.
Wednesday.
I'd be mad if there
People-
It's a
wasn't.
proper cabaret every week. Like, we're getting paid £100 to perform there.
Oh, it's a legit cabaret,
It's
and you are
legit.
just like taking it over for a night.
No, we're one of the
We're one
acts
of-
in
yeah.
the cabaret.
Oh, in a legit. So you've got like.
In a legit cabaret,
We're
yeah.
like the
You've gotta
open spot
compete.
of the cabaret scene.
Yeah.
Wait, when is this?
17th of May
17th of
and
May.
9-year anniversary. What a way to spend it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
No, who does that? Who does that? Yeah, it was funny the other night when we were there. We had a proper laugh at the cabaret. If you go Albert Schloss on a Wednesday, it's great. But at the end of the night, people wanted pictures, and I went over to this group of women, and I went, "Oh, will you take our picture?" And they went, "Oh yeah," and posed, and I went, "What?" So I think they thought I asked them, "Do you want me to take a picture of
Like you
you
worked for the
with your
venue.
phone.
with my?" And they all posed, and I just went. Just walked off. I was
He's
like,
got
what
conned into
just
taking
happened there? Yeah. It was so weird. But they just went, yeah.
They didn't even get the picture. It
No,
was on
it's
your
not
They
phone.
didn't
my
even ask you to
phone.
airdrop it to them,
No.
You
no?
know? Weird.
Because it's such a wonderful and like lovely like night for everyone involved. It is funny when like men who've been kind of dragged in
Oh,
By
that
their
fella was
wives.
fuming, wasn't he?
and like because they think it's just a German beer bar, like
Yeah,
they're cool. And one of the performers sort of walked in between the two tables and went to touch this guy, and he went,
Yeah. He
"Oh,
he may as well just been like, don't fucking touch me.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, and then he
Devastated,
left, and then he got off like
Yeah.
proper
Fuming.
gammon. Like, yeah. It was
I have a
hilarious.
girlfriend.
Yeah, it was so
But
funny.
apart from that, it's lovely. The toilets are really far away.
Oh,
my
Proper
God.
Weatherspoons vibes.
The
Oh,
toilets
mad.
are in
mad.
Bavaria themselves. Like, far away.
Well, it gives him time to pull all his socks out on the way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
So, do you reckon have you announced it to your fans that you're doing it then?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll do another post.
What if
like,
the audience is just like all your
That'd be
fans?
well
and you-
better.
That's what we want.
But you're
That's
going to
what I
ruin
want.
the cabaret for everyone else.
Well,
not
fuck the
that.
cabaret. We'll ruin it anyway by
Fuck the
being in it.
cabaret.
Not that.
They are the
you're so
cabaret.
smart. Yeah,
I'm not
it's out of the
I'm not
cabaret.
gonna lose sleep over the cabaret.
But what if it's like this person's first cabaret gig? They're like they've been egging
We're
themselves.
going to
up
watch us
all
You're
on
week
having
and
cabaret
smash
shit.
They'll learn the fucking lesson.
Yeah.
Won't try again.
It's free. What do you expect?
This is how you do it, boys.
It's just, I just can't move like dancers move. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
it's
So like I know the dance, but I can't do the dance properly. Like
these-
Millie's moving in all these like dead seductive
Yeah.
ways and that, and I'm like, my back doesn't fucking.
You
You've
It's
proper-
like me knowing the lyrics to an Adele song, though, isn't it? Like, effectively, you are just having a go. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah,
Well,
Like,
they
no one's
have
going to be like,
having a go.
he's not Adele. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, but the thing is, though, they'll want me to be Adele because they've come
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
cabaret night. They're expecting the people to be able to dance.
yeah.
But when you're practicing, are you looking in the mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so
With
you
the-
know
what you look
with
like.
the
Looks
look of
horrendous.
horror
I was
upon
going to
his
give you
face.
props then, but I
No,
can't.
it looks awful.
the MC, or like when we were there, the MC was very like, oh, now we've got a sexy little surprise for you all. And it's like all very thing. And for us, I think it's going to go, right, it's the first time.
There's not
don't know.
gonna be a build-up.
I wonder if
Yeah.
they'll do that or not. I wonder if they'll give
Yeah,
warning.
please be gentle.
Give
yeah, like
warning.
when they're introducing the middle section, right? So these actually, they're up and coming. They're
yeah,
sort of,
yeah.
they're
Put
quite
your
new.
safety goggles on.
They'll introduce it like it's Pete the Frog. If you
Yeah.
don't like it,
Might get gonged off. Imagine getting gonged off with your pants off.
gong
Oh.
off.
There's a bit where we have to like drop to our knees, like flick our hair back, slide to the floor, hump the floor.
It's a
Magic Mike.
It's proper sexy dancing. This is what I'm saying.
want to see you do
I can't do it.
What, you want to see James do it?
James
James
is
is like really good.
Is it like my
No, I reckon he's a dark horse, yeah, you know.
Sick
It's
at
Are You
dancing.
Gonna Be My Girl by Jet.
Right.
Yeah.
Big black
Brilliant.
boots, mate. Long brown hair.
Yeah. Man, he's coming so you can.
So you're only doing one song?
woo
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
One song and one song.
Look at you like, yeah. Absolutely. I'm not doing a set.
One
Yeah.
tune and
But
What if
we,
you get an encore?
oh well, I just bust out all my old moves I used to do in town.
Oh, your old moves. I never forget.
No,
Always got them.
yeah, the seaweed, the jellyfish.
Why are they all marine?
'Cause I I like the flow of the ocean. That's what it is.
he's wavy at you.
Maybe, yeah. 24/7.
And
And then we had the fucking sex show was crazy as well.
Yeah, I saw
Seen some sites there. Some comedians' penises.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Why did I get
Which
so excited
ones?
for that, by the way? I proper picked up.
Who-
You said
who-
sex club, I was like that. You said comedians' dicks. I was like, who, when, what? How much is the Patreon?
only £3. A bargain. Whose penis?
Unless it was Joel Dommett, I don't think anyone's
I don't
asked.
know if you might not even know him because he's
Oh,
dead
yeah.
new and he's on the open mic scene. Do you know Danny Royals? That's him.
No, I don't.
It was him.
He windmilled to mangina in one fell swoop.
Oh, sick.
He
Yeah.
spun it round and then went whap and caught it in between his legs.
Whap.
Yeah.
How big's his...
I mean, big enough to flap it between his
Yeah,
legs.
that's what I mean. Yeah, I wouldn't get a grip on it, mate. I'd miss.
Yeah.
If he's slinging around, I'd be like, oh, fuck it up, right, hang on.
Hold on a minute. I'm chasing it around the room.
I don't even think I could get mine to spin in the first place.
I'm all wheels, no cannon. Mate.
Oh, wheels, no cannon.
Yeah, it's risky, that, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
doing that in front of Lordy Smith.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
mates that you drove there with as well, though. Do you know what I mean? And the lads that you've drove there with.
Oh, you did a car
yeah.
share, yeah.
Like,
I always think
Yeah.
this, like when you watch, like me and Beth were watching Naked Attraction the other day because we were eating a pizza.
it's the
And
best
why
show
not?
ever. Yeah.
Oh man, I love it. But I always think like, why have you done that? One of my old mates, his uncle went on it. And like they had like a lock-in in a pub, like to watch the episode, like in his local pub. And he came out with, I'm not kidding, the tiniest dick you ever seen in your life. And I was sat there like, why? Because I was fully expecting him to walk. He was the one picking the girls,
Yeah,
and I was
right.
fully expecting him to walk out with a fucking schlong and a half. And it was just like proper button mushroom.
No
and I'm
way.
not saying I've got the biggest dick in the world, but for that reason, I wouldn't go on the show.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
because he just got terrorized. Like
Yeah.
everyone was videoing it and putting it on Instagram and
Yeah, I
that. Like,
wouldn't tell
"Wait."
anyone either,
I
yeah.
can't imagine
Yeah.
anything worse. Setting up a watch party for that as well.
We've
Best
had
bit
a
of
guest
it.
on who was on there as well.
Yeah.
She's a porn star. She kept getting asked to go on, and then she got picked by Glyn from Blackpool.
Disco dancer extraordinaire.
But you do.
He's a disco dancer
Of course.
from Blackpool.
Disco, yeah.
And he
love
ate, didn't he, cream out of her
squirted
belly
cream in
button?
her belly button, yeah. And she
But-
was just there like,
You're
And was he the guy
disgusting.
picking? So did he choose that activity as well? Like,
yeah.
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 Ah,
The
foul.
best bit of Naked Attraction's the little spin before the clothes go
Yeah,
back on.
yeah,
The pose,
Yeah.
the pose that they go for is horrible sometimes.
And they always have to pretend they're not asked as well. Well, you know, I think I quite like my butt, so she can go fuck herself.
Yeah.
He's like, he goes and puts his clothes. They always look worse with clothes on, weirdly. Like they never, they try to be like they're never in a nice jackets and that like fitted pair of pants
Yeah.
or anything. They're always like, he fucking turns out he's like some shirt that's not been ironed. He just pulled it out of his fucking duffel bag when he's come back in the changing rooms.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
fucking folded the shirt up from cycling there or whatever.
They always go to like the Slug and Lettuce in town next to Media City or
Yeah.
something, don't they?
Some little snide spots in Manchester.
I've
innit?
never watched it.
Never seen it?
James.
Oh, we'll have to do a little watch
we'll get
party
James
in
on it.
here.
I do. Oh God.
He's,
Right before you watch
he's a
it,
big
so you
boy
don't know
now.
what
He's engaged. He can't go on Naked Attraction.
you might not get picked, so it'd be fine, isn't it?
I've
Oh,
I
yeah,
watched.
maybe.
Chill out.
Yeah, that's a good
Dicks
point.
out
I watched
regardless.
one
innit?
about like it was like 10 years ago where it was just two people who just spent time in like a cube
Oh, and they had sex and
and
that.
then they like just chatted about it.
Not the Philip Schofield one.
No, it was a lady. It was a
Well.
lady who presented it, and it was like. These
Yeah,
two
there was like
people-
a sex therapist, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And he'd have sex and then come out and go, "What just happened?" Then she went, "Well, he fucking put his
Yeah.
dick in me." And I went, "Oh, did you enjoy that?"
Yeah.
It's
Is it
always
weird.
like-
That is his mental.
It's always
It's got like
Channel
this-
4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Naked Attraction's always like really like fake positive as well,
Mm.
because they'll be like like boosting you up in the video or something, and then the guy will go, "Oh, I'm just really insecure about my nipples," and then it'll just cut to a VT. 69% of women say they hate his nipples. And you're like,
Who they asked?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, if they asked, 8 people.
They always find like really poor, when they're just seeing dicks as well. They always find really poor excuses to get rid of the guy with the tiniest dick. Don't they? Like, they'll go, "Well, do a dance for me, boys," and they'll all shake their hips and they'll be like, "No, he was just the shittest dancer." He had the pinnest dick.
His toenails are longer than everyone else's. Like, I don't like that.
I saw a thing on TikTok and it said, "Would you rather get kicked off?" You might have seen it yourself. Kicked off for the dick or the face?
Oh,
The dick.
The dick.
Why have you been kicked off for the dick? His is so big she can leave.
Yeah, I'd rather go off with dick because I know it might not look impressive in the studio, but if I was erect in this box, you might have picked me.
Yeah, that's what I always hate. That's what
That's what I mean.
You're just like that.
Just trying to keep you for the whole
like-
time that you're in the box as well.
I feel like when it first goes up as well, my dick would look all right because I've just been, I've warmed him up and we just started filming. Do you know what I mean? And then, but I've got to stand there like that for the rest of it. Another 15 minutes has passed. It's just gone slowly shorter and shorter.
And with face as well, like by the time it actually gets to your face, that means that she was off keen until that point.
I was saying they should have an extra round where there's a little door to see the teeth. Like, oh nah, you're right. You're ruthless then.
And if there was genuinely like wanted love for people, they'd arrange them in distance from your house as well.
Oh yeah, because it was like 200 miles away. You're like,
Yeah.
that's
true, actually.
Oh yeah,
I've seen them go on dates and it's like, well, he lives in Norwich.
Yeah. So
And that's bad
I've
enough.
done that. Why will I have done that?
You done what? Into Norwich?
Long distance.
No, I've done. I went all the way to Brighton for a date.
for a date.
Yeah. Not New Brighton.
No, V
The Brighton.
The
Old Brighton.
Ye old Brighton.
When
How
was
did
that?
that go?
About 4 years ago, yeah.
Have you got any like weird date stories?
Oh, of course he has. Just drove to Brighton for one.
Yeah.
That one
Started off with 7 hours in my car.
Yeah.
And you've not just come all the way down here to see me, have you?
No. Family down here.
No, I've got mates that live in there. I've got mates that live in London. So
How was it arranged though? How did you meet?
on there.
Tinder
Well,
was
I
fucking
had some friends down south and thought, oh, do you know what? I might as well see what happens.
Yeah.
It was at a very low point. And then it was, and then I was like, oh, I'll come down. And then we were sort of Snapchat on the way home, and I was on the train, but like I didn't know I was on the train for quite a long time due to the. She's like, you've been on that train for a while, haven't you? And I was like, oh, yeah, bloody broken down.
Like Ross from Friends fell asleep and woken up by a better looking girl.
Yeah.
It's London calling, London bloody waiting.
How was the actual date when you were there, though?
Do you know
All
what?
right.
It was actually like
Yeah,
actually like nice.
Did you end up saying, I actually live in
Oh, she knew where I
Wallasey or whatever
lived,
you live?
but I think the fact that I don't think she expected me to go all the way down.
Yeah, it's a kind of a red flag, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
When your Tinder radius is as wide as your mum's vagina.
Me,
It's a Bristol.
I'm going to struggle to find a woman 4 inches away.
I'm an only child. Like Meatloaf, obviously, rest in peace, Meat. Did say he would do anything for love.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Oh, we'll
I'll
drive
do
to
the
Brighton.
opposite. I will,
Yeah.
and I
Go
did.
to Brighton.
I will go to Brighton.
Is that what Meatloaf's song was all about?
Yeah.
The train to
All this
Bristol.
time, yeah.
I'll do any, but I won't pay £150 for a train ticket.
Yeah, that's it as well. Train travels so much. Like, where do you even take her? You're broke by the time you get there.
In the same day as well, up at 5.
Fucking hell.
Gets there, he's like, should we have sex? Nah, I'm fucked, me. I'm absolutely knackered.
All that head does look comfy then.
Gotta make the last train.
Yeah. Generally, the day lasted about 45 minutes.
I'm surprised.
He waited longer in Liverpool Lime Street.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you tried it, didn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Try everything once.
Yeah. Clogged someone's toilet with a handkerchief. been through the mill.
I don't know what's more disturbing, like how it ended up in the toilet or the fact you carry a handkerchief.
Who carries a handkerchief?
He does look like
Mr. James Allen.
I won't get it all out, but I will.
It's environmentally conscious.
We won't
like.
get it out today because it's full of gravy.
There you go.
When he tucked it into his top before.
My mum always said that you carry one in case a lady cries, and I think it comes from
Oh, no.
Which is
way.
highly likely.
It's not
Did
like,
you, yeah.
I think it comes from a
You go, there's a dry corner on there somewhere.
Chivalrous.
Yeah,
You
because
do look like
women haven't been
chivalrous
taught
intentions.
to worry when a man throws a fucking cloth in their face
Yeah,
out of nowhere. have they?
How many hankies have you got?
One for every
The fact
lady
that
in
you're
his
even
life.
thinking's mad.
I think I've probably got about like 5.
Wow.
One says Happy Christmas on it.
Oh, seasonal, yeah.
Yeah.
Seasonal hank.
Was it in the regular rotation?
Mr. Hanky over here.
Well, you know, like when people wear Thursday socks on a Monday, it was kind of that. And I had one that was monogrammed with
Monogram.
my name on.
Oh,
Is that what
my
they
God.
call-
the
called?
full name.
Monogrammed? Yeah. They're just
James
J.A.
Allen. Oh, J.A.
Fucking Juan Sheet is what you're going to start calling him now.
Yeah.
Juan Allen.
Yeah,
That's
I don't-
mad.
I tend to not do that anymore. It's like at house parties, I used to just take a lighter with me just to be like, hey guys,
You want to smoke?
do you want to talk to me?
I'll set you on fire. If you don't talk to me, I'll burn you.
Yeah.
Oh, James.
Been through the mill.
How did we get onto this?
Sorry, yeah.
Dating stories.
Yeah, you asked me if you got any dating stories. You just brought up trauma for him.
Oh, because it was the Radius one on Naked Attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, never watched it. I'd give it. I'd
We'll do a watch along if you
yeah.
want. See your reaction. We'll have James Cam. See some sites on there.
Is it?
Some of it's horrendous, yeah. Some of it's the cringiest television.
Oh, it's
available,
awful.
I think.
It's always like just like the oldest men in the world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's so rare. Like
It's just
Dean and Amy go on it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Fellas
young,
are
cool
like,
people,
yeah.
like looking people that are just
most
they have a bit
people on
about
it though
them.
are a
It's-
bit mad
it's
as
me
well,
on it.
innit?
Huh?
Most people who go on it are a bit mad. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think you've got to be a bit mad to go on it.
Would you say it's one of those shows that's like a career launch of someone like
No.
not like a Married at First Sight or a Love Island?
No, it's just
okay.
you're on screen for 15 minutes.
You're not
Like,
getting a
it's not-
brand deal for getting your fucking
No,
machine
yeah,
head
yeah,
out,
yeah,
are you?
yeah.
Unless like I imagine it'd be good. Obviously, you said you had a porn star on that went on
Yeah.
it. That's great.
Yes.
Like OnlyFans and
yeah.
shit
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Right.
But you have to be at the end of your tether, don't you? For it be on there. Things have to have gone wrong.
Oh yeah.
To end up on
and
the
you're
I
like,
always
well,
thought
I
that
may as well try this then.
about the Edinburgh Fringe. They have a show there, or they don't anymore, but they have a show there called Spanked. Have you done it? Or do you know anything about it?
I don't know, no.
They do like it's a classic show. It's more of a party than a show. Like between acts, everyone's up on their feet and they're
Right,
dancing.
yeah.
It starts like fucking 1 a.m, but it is really fun. Like you'll have the gig of your life there. Like they're
1
all
in the
so up for it.
morning.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But at the end, they do something called a naked promo, and
Right.
like you have to get completely naked and you get 60 seconds just to promote whatever you want. And like an audience member
okay.
can do it, like Dean, who's not a comic or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you can have like someone goes on to promote the show, and I was sat there like, I'm not going to your show because it's got this bad.
Yeah.
Like, how much do you need? Like, because if I had
Yeah.
more than 10 people in my show, I wouldn't get me cock out.
No,
do you know what I
don't
mean?
need to be getting your dick out to get promo, do you?
Yeah.
To go well, yeah.
But if you're getting people in with your dick, that's got to feel good, on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
getting the crowds in,
You just stand there and go, eh?
you did that on Royal Mile.
See some,
Come for the dick, stay for the jokes.
yeah. See what jokes comes out of this bad boy. Yeah.
Did we start talking about dicks because of the sex club thing?
I don't know.
I just want to know.
Because we were talking about Naked Attraction.
Have you got dating stories? That's what you asked James, but you've been together like 9 years, did you say?
Yeah, I've not really. I didn't really date that much.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
I mean.
I was
yeah.
usually just like,
I've only been with one other person.
so
When was that, like a week ago?
the sex, show, yeah. Crazy place that.
Would you ever do like an open relationship?
I couldn't hack it, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm
My
too
mates
insecure.
doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do we know them? Comic or...
Nah.
No.
No.
I don't know. I feel like so we read like on ours, obviously you've seen we do like we'll get submissions in from
Spread
listeners.
negativity.
Something like that. Yeah.
Shameless plug.
But we get submissions sent in, but we don't get that many. So sometimes we react to like Reddit posts and stuff. And we
Yeah.
had one the other day where like a guy, he agreed to be in an open relationship with his missus, and then she went out on a night out, pulled some bloke, and he ended up paying for a hotel so that she could go and get railed by this bloke.
Oh,
It was just the most depressing
Like
lifestyle.
you're paying for your own hotel.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
wants
yeah.
to shag
How's
you,
he
he's
not paying for the hotel?
I don't know. Some people love it though, don't they? That's what
Some
they
people
love
do
about
like
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people like all that, like cuckolding and that, sitting in the corner.
There's
well,
people who love like the act of paying money. Do you know, like what is it?
Pay pigs?
Findom. Yeah, pay pigs.
yeah,
Yeah.
friend on there,
So like at the moment that money leaves the bank account, that's like the
Oh, what a
moment.
rush. Imagine having that
It's
much
mad,
money
isn't
to,
it?
for
But then
that
the
to be
regret.
your rush.
Yeah, some of them like
But then the regret.
Yeah, the post-look clarity's got to be brutal when you're 900 quid down.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah, yeah.
how's this happened?
some of them will give all of the money to the dominatrix, and the dominatrix just sends them like pack lunch money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard
like-
Some of them
that,
send
yeah.
like
Sad.
pictures of them in their wife's underwear and that, don't they? And then go,
Blackmail.
don't show this me wife. Tell me you want money. And don't show me wife. And they're like, give me £1,000. I'm showing your wife. And he's like, here's the money. Don't show it. Like,
love being blackmailed.
Yeah.
Imagine being that woman. Yeah, I'd walk around like I'm a fucking G. Do you know what I mean? Like, got some fucking loser on my DMs there. Just like, can I have some of my money, please? Yeah, all right, I'll get to you. You'd walk around like fucking Conor McGregor every day, wouldn't you?
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to a person.
I did small penis humiliation.
Oh, did you?
Not to me.
I was going to say,
When I had that
Where's the
wrestling
socks
singlet on.
And I didn't enjoy it. Like, this is what a bit of me set is
I
about. Just because I turned into like an agony aunt and was telling him, like,
She was being too nice.
I was like, listen, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. And it was like, I'm trying to come.
She's like, don't worry about it. Big, beautiful. But yours isn't.
I like the idea, though, that they're actually getting put off by your kindness. Like, this isn't what I came in.
Exactly what was happening.
But it was just, I was like, just recommending like clit suckers and stuff.
Clit suckers for a dick?
No.
Call me by my real name.
For
women.
Okay.
So I was like, don't worry.
Yeah.
Other ways.
Cold
There's
word
other
20.
ways, But imagine turning up to a date with a clit sucker on you, though.
No, I know, yeah. Like,
That's what you did in Brighton. That's why you didn't go.
A handkerchief and a clit.
That's what Matt Jones did. Turned up to on a date with a sex kit.
Sex
A
kit.
kit?
Kit.
What's in a kit? Like a kit bag?
Full kit wanker over
Like
it.
a foot bag
Shin
over his
pads.
shoulder? Ready for the game?
Lucas Aid Sport.
Got his boots in his hand like that.
Goodness.
Tinfoil blanket for afterwards.
He said, to be fair, though, the girl he was doing it with, the girl he was doing it with, he'd been shagging,
Okay,
Oh,
so it wasn't date one.
but he just didn't
No.
tell her about the sex kit, and then was like, eh? And she was like, no.
No.
That gives off serial
But,
killer
what was I
vibes.
going to say? Oh, we had Hayley Rosen. How do you say his name? Rosen.
I think so.
And she had keys around her neck, and it was some fella's chastity cage.
Yeah.
His knob was in a
Scottish.
box.
So his dick was in a cage, and she just had the keys around the neck. And I was like, that's mad.
You've got to
What's
have
that?
a second key for that, surely.
He needs to go to the toilet
Can
or
ya?
You
something.
can just piss.
It's a
through it.
cage, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What if so you can't get a stiffy in this cage though, can you? And you're getting
Mm-mm.
turned
That's the
on
point
by
of it.
having the cage though, aren't you?
Yeah, that's the point of the minute. Like,
So it
to
hurts.
abstain from getting aroused. And that.
Crest.
I can't hack it, me. I'm not like a pain guy.
No.
You're vanilla dude,
You're a
Yeah.
beige
not ice
man.
cream.
I'm all of the flavours. Neapolitan, baby.
Yeah, are you a vanilla guy in the bedroom?
I'm just not like. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Liam.
I'm
That's
easily
fine.
pleased.
I'm
Yeah.
with you.
Easily pleased. Like
James comes in with his hanky going, ooh,
Yeah.
there's a ghost.
Like that episode of South Park with Brett the Cop.
Holds it like it's a bowl. Come and run into
Yeah.
it. Come on.
like I fucked up when I first started seeing me missus.
Mm,
Like we were friends before we started seeing each other.
yeah.
And like we were just talking when we were friends, and she'd mentioned how like once she asked her ex to like slap her across the face, and she really enjoyed it,
Mm,
like during.
yeah.
And then when we started seeing each other, like one of the first couple times we had sex, she was like, hit me across the face, and I it's not for me. But I wanted to do it. I did not want to do it, so I was just kind of like, I did it, and she was just like, she seemed happy with it. Do you know what I mean? We continued, ended, right? So then like things start getting serious between me and her, and then we have sex again, and I'm like, all right, when have I got to do this slap? Like this is the thing that she.
So you
she
don't know
likes.
when's the best time.
When's the
to
best
do it?
time to slap?
Yeah.
I can't read the situation because it's not my kink. It's not what I'm into. And she, it's probably like literally the first time we ever like dead cringy, like made love. So it was like all slow and
Yeah.
soft and sensual. You know what I mean? Your boy's doing the right things.
Yeah.
And I just like, I'm like, when's this slap coming in? Do you know, like, I just
To
don't
the
know when to
sensual
do
one.
it. And she's like, she was a bit weird about eye contact when we first started seeing each other, probably because she didn't want to look at what the fuck was on top of her. She was like,
Hey.
thanks, mate, thank you. She was like, eyes closed, kind of like moaning, I'm doing a good job, I think.
Kind of like moaning.
Yeah,
Get off.
I think. And I just kind of like, I pull back and I just like slapped her across.
Why am I like flinching?
And she went like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And when she's from Anfield, she went like proper scouse on me, and she was like, "You don't do that unless I ask you to do that." And I was like, I didn't want to do it in the first, but I did it for you. I thought that's what you liked.
Did Joe Rogan come in like, what do you think went wrong? Should we look at the replay?
Never again. Yeah.
So
Never
I
again.
should not do it no more.
It's just not for me. Yeah, I can't do
Yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah.
Feel
So
bad
you
afterwards.
non-consensually hit a woman.
I mean, she married me. But we're now married.
Clip it.
We're now married.
We're now married, so it's okay to hit it.
It wasn't a hard one.
So what else was in there?
I was in
Oh,
work.
your gig?
Yeah.
Just within the conversations we were having there.
So yeah, I've done 3 gigs.
So the gig that set it all off was you got offered the gig when you'd never gigged before. Someone was like, "Hey, I'm putting a gig on. Do you want to come do a spot? I've heard you talking about wanting to do stand-up. Just jump on."
Which is a weird way to start comedy.
And Amy just
So I'd
went,
never done I
Yeah,
said
go ahead.
yeah, even though I'd never gigged
How
before.
far away was the gig at this point?
Where is it
4
again?
weeks.
Yeah.
So you didn't have no material. You hadn't even considered it.
Nothing. I went, oh, go on then. And then I, like 2 weeks before, I did Hot Water. A week before, I did Mild High
Shipping
Club
Forecast,
Comedy. So I had 2 gigs under my belt. And the fella was like, all professional comedians. And I was like, it's my 3rd gig.
Yeah.
And I went on and told him, I was like, listen, lower your expectations, all right. And then, which made it really cold, but then I brought it back anyway, so that's good.
Yeah, you've
Where
done
was the gig?
All 3 of them have gone dead good for you, didn't it?
Yeah, which is good, but I also just really don't like it. I don't enjoy any of it. It feels awful.
You don't even feel good afterwards, do you?
No.
Like that's the...
Like
that's
I don't
maddest thing.
It sound like Beck describing that sexual experience.
Describing my marriage, basically.
Yeah, I don't have a sense of accomplishment or nothing after it. So that was a weird, like...
Not even like now, right now, like looking back and
Nah,
stuff.
it honestly drains the life out of me, and I'm exhausted. And I'm happy to not have any more booked in, but I am going to continue. I just want to get uni out the way because I finish uni this month.
Oh, don't worry. I thought you'd be like buzzing that you finally did it and stuff. Because you see,
Hard, usually you get
see
that
your
buzz.
point of view from it all the time and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I wasn't expecting to like feel like this.
But even like doing it yourself, you know, like after your first gig and you're fucking buzzing and that. And you're like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to do that again. Amy was like, that was the worst thing I've ever had to do in my life.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it
No
was-
way.
Yeah, I'm trying to work out what it is, and I don't know if it's because of because you're in fight or flight, and my past fight or flight experiences have been very traumatic. So I don't know if in my head I've got negative connotations with that experience.
Like it's a
Maybe,
no.
Yeah, so I just need to sort of rewire my head, I think.
Yeah.
But with
Just need to do
the
it more,
live
yeah.
shows, I hated them as well. I hated them until about 10, and then I could enjoy
you're
myself.
getting
So
used to
it's
it.
like olives. Got to have
Yeah.
12 to
Yeah.
really like.
It's exactly like olives, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Comedy olive.
I was kind of like
Sorry.
not. I mean, I still had like the
For your
first
handkerchief.
I love an olive.
the first gig. Sorry, I was just laughing at the love and olive.
Sorry.
So my first gig, I was like dead, like the buzzing off it and stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't really like enjoy the moment at all.
Yeah.
Like it was kind of like the thought of what I've just done, even like and like clawing my way through in it, going all right enough for me to keep going. But it took ages for me to like actually enjoy the moment and feel like I was present in it.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
and I've obviously you speak to people about like first experiences and stuff with stand up, and I don't know anyone else who's like said they felt like that. To be honest, I felt like it was just
Yeah.
me. Like I felt like I liked that I was doing it, and I
Yeah.
liked the memory of it. But in the moment, I was so like high
Yeah.
stress, high tension, like you said, fight or flight.
Yeah.
I couldn't really
This
enjoy
wasn't an
it.
enjoyable experience.
But then
yeah.
when it changed, I knew. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean. Like that's when it flipped. I was proper aware
I'm
of
looking
like.
forward to that.
yeah.
Like I feel
It'll
like
come.
it's
You have
gone.
to keep doing it. You get used to doing it. And then
Yeah, like I feel like it's gone too well the 3 times that I've done it to not
do
keep doing it, and because just talking about the stuff that I'm talking about, I haven't really heard people doing that. Like,
it's just your life and that,
Yeah.
innit? And no one else is
so
looking.
I'd wanna sort
What's your
of.
subject matter?
So
Or was
I-
it about, obviously you mentioned the little dick guys and
yeah,
stuff.
so there's a bit about doing OnlyFans.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a bit about tattoos, a bit about getting cum on, a bit about being homeless, and a bit about dropping out of school and stuff. So it's all really
Yes, it's all like personal.
all about men.
I remember that's great though, because I feel like I always resonate more with stand-up. Like I always enjoy it more if I learn something about the person.
Yeah.
I remember I listened to like Kevin Hart's autobiography, and he went and did a show, and there was a guy that was half like mentoring him. I forget the guy's name, and Kevin came off after just like roofing a gig, like properly like carrying him out sort of thing, and he came off buzzing, and the guy was just like, yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
He was like, what do you mean I just fucking smashed it? He was like, yeah, but they aren't going to fucking remember you tomorrow.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about you.
Yeah.
We don't know you. Do you know what I mean? And I always resonate with acts more when they've got a story and they've just like, because like jokes are great.
Yeah.
But like, for example, I was really into Andrew Schultz, and then he started slowly moving into, he's still fucking one of the best comedians on the planet, but he started slowly moving into stuff about transgender people and Planned Parenthood, and like it's funny, and and I'm just bored. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Adams was the same. I enjoyed Juicy far more than Imperious because it was a story. Do you know what I mean? It was like I'm gripped by the story as opposed to this thing that happened. You know, in the news.
Active storytelling releases this chemical cocktail in your head of like oxytocin, dopamine, and something else. I can't remember. But
serotonin.
Like you're enjoying yourself just being on the journey of the story. So that's a whole other like thing that you can tap into.
I didn't enjoy telling you about slapping me. It wasn't pleasurable.
For context, neither did we. We didn't go in. Made us all uncomfortable.
Involved though, that's the thing.
I was
so
in, yeah.
the audience would be involved if you take them on a little journey with the story.
So someone's been burlesque dancing. That was slick.
So there's actually like a biochemical response to...
Yeah.
Because even
So
like
that's
if you're not getting the laughs, the audience will still enjoy it because of what's going on in the brains listening to a story.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if that comes from like getting told bedtime stories and shit.
Round the log fire.
It's just been passed down for ages, hasn't it? Like storytelling and that.
Yeah.
Mad.
That looked like an ASMR. That looked like an ASMR stand-up set. That'd be pretty.
Ooh, that might be an idea.
You've got a very sultry voice. I'd listen to you doing ASMR.
Is that
Wow, nice in my
Tell me
head,
about the
that.
olives again.
Is that James Allen reaching for a halkidiki?
A which?
A halkidiki olive, very like pits.
Oh,
I don't.
sorry.
What are they called?
Halkidikis.
I thought they was called Alkadika.
Sounds more Greek.
Al-Kadiki sounds more Greek.
I think it is Greek.
Oh,
I thought you
was,
said Al-Qaeda key.
Halkidiki.
Falafel.
Falafel.
Falafel and
Multi-gateway soup.
multi-gateway soup.
Mulligatawny. I thought it was called
Multi-gateway.
multi-gateway all this time.
Multi-gateway? Like, what's that?
Like it's taking you on a culinary
Yeah.
Just
journey.
takes you to a different dimension.
A bit of curry in that.
Sensation.
Just acid in it, just laced with acid. Multi-gateway soup.
It's got rice in it.
So you like, are you into ASMR, yeah?
A little bit, yeah. I sometimes like listening to.
Put it on for bed?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched ASMR porn or listened to ASMR
There's porn. Of course there is.
No.
Stupid question.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
we-
played it at a live show. It's horrible.
Yeah, there's one where she's like going into a
A dungeon.
dungeon and there's like a monster beast in there. She's like, I've got to milk your big beast cock.
Oh no.
And the beast's chained up and you're the beast and you're like, yeah, if you can milk my cock.
It's just I just couldn't relate to any of that.
Yeah.
That's just like that. I can't
Yeah.
get into this.
Yeah.
When's she gonna get stuck again? You know what I mean?
But a man.
But
What
they
a
all like,
beast.
it's all like dead, like all the noises and that. They're like, oh, shit like that.
Yeah.
The noises are the worst part of sex.
You reckon?
Nah.
Come on, porn. I mean,
No, because you're like,
because they're terrible.
Okay,
it's always some woman like, "You're gonna fuck me." I'm like, "No, why are you doing that?"
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
porn, yeah.
Like, stop it.
Sex. I was like, love a queef me.
Love a queef.
Yeah, I put that
You'd
in
have
there.
loved our live show.
Oh.
Full of
Somebody played the
queefs.
harmonica via a queef.
What was the song?
The American national anthem. It was patriotic.
I'm signing up to your Patreon after this
Yeah.
episode.
It's great.
Missed the
name
trick,
of
not playing
freedom.
"God Save Our Gracious Queef."
Wrong
Yeah.
country. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it was an experience, that one.
Yeah. It was so good. Did you say you listened to ASMR porn?
No. It's rain mainly.
Just
For
rain.
wanking.
No, just
Oh.
or like rain, or just sort of like weird stuff, like kind of like
When people like scratch with the nails and shit like that on
or,
the.
like,
I used to be a
tapping and stuff.
barber, and a couple of customers told me that they listened to like the sound of like hair getting cut and stuff.
I
to go
remember
to sleep.
years ago
Fucking
when I was
lunatic.
in school, like this was on an MP3 on a Sony Ericsson, and it was like called Virtual Barber. Have you ever heard it?
Yeah, and you go.
You
to
put
the-
headphones in.
Yeah.
You put headphones in,
Oh my god!
and it's like you hear the fella coming in. Like shut your eyes, you hear someone coming in, and then like starts cutting the scissors and that, moving all around your head, and then like they put a plastic bag on your head.
Yeah.
And honestly, you feel like your head's in a plastic bag. It was mad. It used to freak people out
I remember that.
because the barber would just be
wow.
like, "Fuck off!" Put a paper bag over your head or something, and you go, "What?" Like it's weird. It proper fucks with your head, man. It's mad. But that was like proper old. Though.
I want to try a new way of podcasting, of interviewing, where I ask, tell me about your life.
Place it in the palm of my hand. Place your life in the palm of
Have my will
hand.
to live. Here you go. That's all I've got
I
left.
just want to like,
Well, you turn into Parkinson.
yeah.
Is it ever since I mentioned that about resonating with acts that tell me
Maybe, yeah.
about them?
Conveniently popped into your head.
What?
That doesn't matter.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I just like, I want to get to know you better. Tell me.
Just
tell
me personally, or both of us?
Both, yeah.
You already
She's
knows
staring
enough
just
about me, though.
Yeah, she knows too much about you.
Have you ever punched your
Friends.
girlfriend?
No, I've not, no.
Oh, sorry. Slap.
Yeah,
Much better.
let's get that right.
Yeah.
Like, what's some
Wife.
key points? What stands out in your life as
Three
like,
biggest things
as,
that's
like,
ever happened to you.
like most like important chapters?
You're going to do this thing now that I
Most
always hate,
potent
and like teachers
chapters.
do it. And I overshare, where you just sort of like stare at me and I'll keep going until
That's what we
you.
like.
You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
That's what we're waiting for.
Fucking
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah.
Because I'm aware of the trick. I don't like it being done on me. Though. You dare use my own spells against me? It's fucking horrible. But I've done it before. I've got a friend who I went to school with. She's ended up becoming a teacher herself, and we were just having a chat. I'd just done a gig. She'd come to watch and stuff, and we were just having a chat. And before I knew it, I was just like offloading, and she was
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
Why is it a
Yeah.
teacher trick?
I mean, not just teaching. It's most like
Therapists.
psychology, but like
I just
teachers will
I
use it to
overshare.
get information
stuff.
out of the
Just
students.
keep
Like,
and stuff.
I
And then
don't
by the
understand
time you know
Yeah.
who's been
boundaries.
chatting,
Like
you
Joe
know.
Rogan's fucking incredible at it, like because he'll just stare at you for 4 hours, and you've got to like especially if you're like new to podcasting, you're like insecure about dead air.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
right.
So they just carry on talking, and you, before you know it, you find out
You're
fucking
3 hours in,
horrific
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So tell us all your
so
horrific
what's
things.
happened?
Nah, nothing to be honest. How was Brighton? I don't know. To be honest, you go first. I don't know.
Oh God, my life's
Free
just been a
pulse at
series of shames
Is
with
it?
little moments of bliss in between.
Okay. And
Tell
is
us
that
about the moments of bliss.
Oh well, I got married. That was quite nice.
There we go.
Nice day.
Yeah.
what, the weather?
No, just the marriage on the day. Yeah, the weather was all right too. And after that, life's just shite again. Isn't it?
Oh.
I told him he looked sharp, and he never took the suit off. Wore it for 4 months.
It's such an open-ended question. I do feel I am.
When are
Did
you
you have
getting married? Next year.
16th of July 2024. Yeah.
Next year.
If you want to, yeah.
Were you getting married?
Combermere Abbey.
Oh. Cheshire.
Did you have a lot of people who are going like, tell you now, Liam, after that ring goes on, it all goes downhill.
Yeah, it's such a common thing, isn't it?
I had my father and mother-in-law's friends go, we booked a magician at our wedding. Magician took me will to live. Still haven't got it back. But good luck to you. His eyes were so
Tearing up.
Blazed.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're on Naked Attraction and licking
Yeah,
cream out of
yeah.
someone's belly button.
Glenn.
Oh.
Cool.
Why does it go downhill after marriage?
It hasn't so far for me, but it's only been a couple months. I don't know. I think
It's been
I think
7.
I
You got married like September last year.
significant though, but we're on a good run. All right.
It's a couple of months though.
I'm just rounding down. But I think the reason I think a load of people think it's downhill is I think loads of people just get married because it's kind of what's expected of you, innit?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
what you're
Especially all
taught
these
from being a kid.
older
Yeah,
ones that are like
exactly.
fucking been married 50 years and they got married when they were fucking 18 because they got pregnant or
Exactly.
whatever.
The problem
Yeah.
is,
Do it,
just
lad.
wanted to.
the problem is with like old blokes like that, they live in the past and they still think they've got the game that they had when they're 20. Have you
Yeah,
ever watched
right.
Hall Pass?
No.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Okay,
Well, I say
yeah.
great movie. It's just a fucking
Oscar winning it.
yeah. But it's
Wow.
essentially it's just Dean's been with Amy for 35 years. They're in their 50s now, but Dean still thinks that he can shag about, and he's jealous of all his like single mates and all this sort of stuff. And so the missus grants him a hall pass, and exactly what you expect.
They just
happens.
can't get a shag.
Like Amy goes and gets everyone in the world that she wants,
Yeah,
and Dean's
yeah.
asleep for 9, fucking knackered. Right? But they've convinced themselves that they're still the stud that they were when they were 20, and
they still
this
feel like
bitch
20
is in
in
the
their
way.
head,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
right.
fucking.
But I'm sound because I've never been a stud. So I'm not going to have those desires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if you become a stud? Do you think you could be?
Does that
It's got to be
happen often?
realistic, Dean, if we're playing the
come on.
game.
You could stud yourself.
No,
up,
yeah,
could you?
you know when
Hey, it happened to it, Patrick Star. No,
Patrick Star.
Yeah, he fucked SpongeBob right off as soon as he started getting all that marine pussy.
It's a Patrick Star.
Patrick Star's known for his
Patrick
game.
Stump.
from Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he
Oh,
got.
well,
It's a very
Funny.
different fucking
Stood it up.
documentary, then.
Did he actually? Yeah.
Yeah, have you? Let me show you.
below.
Oh yeah.
No, but
Remember
he's.
what he did look like?
I'm actually a big Fall Out Boy fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's not the coolest band.
Aren't you
like,
going
but
to
I'm just
see them?
saying, Yeah, I'm going to go see them and that.
Oh yeah. Dance and all that.
Yeah,
Good,
love it,
good,
mate.
yeah, good, some good.
Some good
Bangers,
tunes.
yeah. New album's good as well. Actually, like the new albums, like their old stuff, but he looks like he's gone the other way. I remember he did, didn't he? He got
Has he gone
skinny,
back?
and then he's getting a bit tubby again
Yeah.
Getting
now.
older again now, innit?
Yeah.
Sort of give up a bit.
I didn't think being a stud was quantified by your weight, to be honest. So I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking like your attitude, your game.
Well, that's
I'll
easier
never
to
get
change
that.
up in it than
Heard of,
getting bodied up.
Do you reckon?
Yeah. Surely it's easier to like just start acting dead confident with women in a bar than go to the gym for 2 years and get.
I think you've
fucking
got to go
bodied
where
up.
nobody knows you if you're doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like, but like not.
I thought. I don't know why I was
better
thinking
now,
of Back
doesn't
to the Future.
But
when
I
you said
think
that.
he's gone the other way now. I think he's a bit tubby again.
Have
Well,
you
he-
heard of this thing?
It was all
called,
made up for him.
I'd still
Like,
smash it. Yeah, sad.
Rizzing.
What?
Riz is just like
Riz.
flirting,
Riz,
innit?
yeah.
Just like your game, your
Yeah.
Riz.
I
Yeah.
don't.
You got
not
no
for me,
Riz.
Not for me, that.
No big.
Or negging
I've
was a
been
big
calling.
one.
I've been calling Kyle Legacy the Riz King because every time I fucking look at his Instagram stories with a different girl in
It's a
Australia,
Riz King.
and he was like, "I don't know what Riz is." It's like Google it, and he was like, "Yeah, right, you are, mate."
Sploosh.
have you got Riz?
Just never had any. I got dead lucky with my missus. She was basically, we just worked in the same shop, and she was a victim of circumstance.
And she couldn't leave. And
And we're soulmates. Just the
I gave her
biggest
that slap.
coincidence.
Slapped her into submission.
Get back to the fucking shelves, you.
Yeah, I've never had any game. Oh fuck's sake! Am I going to tell this story?
Oh yeah,
again?
because you've said it now. You could have just said quietly. And
He does this on ours all the time. Like, I don't know if I can tell this story. It's like, well, now you are.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
I have
say
told
them
this
words.
story on our podcast before as well. So when I was like 14, I was kind of nonced.
Kind of.
Just kind of like
By a man or a woman?
a woman. It was,
Woo.
yeah. But like, that's what I mean. I don't feel like a
So
victim.
childish, aren't we?
Don't feel like a victim. And it wasn't like
Why,
fucking.
what was the age gap?
So I was like 14, 15, and she must have been like mid to late 20s,
It's heavy. Like,
20s.
yeah.
early 30s maybe.
Fuck off. How did? What happened?
To
She
what
was just
extent?
my mum and dad's mate.
I
I fancied her.
Yeah.
And she was just like having a drink with me mum and dad one night. She was drunk and she put the lips on me when I was taking her home. She lived next door.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And it wasn't like, I felt like, because she was drunk, I was like, have I done the wrong thing there?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So anyway, I told my mum and dad about it. My dad was just kind of like, my
Yeah.
dad just was like so
Is it?
blasé
Well done,
about
son.
it.
I've been trying to smash her for years.
And my mum was just kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. But to be fair, she did stop, like, she didn't come around much, really.
Yeah,
Do you know
I'm
what I mean? Like,
surprised.
Yeah.
the friendship kind of, like, dwindled a bit. And I was like, when I got
Knowing my mum, it had blossomed.
forced together. And then when I was, 18, I'd been out for a drink with my mates, and I was coming back home. And, I was just like, I've got no riz, as we've established. Can't even say that word without feeling fucking
Riz.
weird.
It does fit, yeah.
It doesn't suit, yeah.
I'm absent of the Riz.
And I got to like I saw the lights on in her house, and I just thought I'd like not like there was music playing, and I thought she might be having a drink. I thought I'd knock around and like go around for a drink and that. And I knock around, and she invites me in, and like we're having a drink in the kitchen. And
Can we slow down a bit? You knock on.
yeah,
She answers the door. What did you say?
I honestly don't know. Like
Housekeeping.
I know.
like it's that level of drunk where you've got the snippets. Do you know what I mean? Like
Right,
I know the beats of like what happened, but like that level of detail, I can't.
Well, like, what was her
express
reaction?
said.
Do you remember that? Like when you opened the door to
Kind
her
of just welcoming.
Yeah,
like
right.
like it's a family friend at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know what family friends you've got. Fucking hell.
I want to be in his family though.
I know, yeah.
and I'm like, I remember being in a kitchen, and I'm trying to flirt, and I'm just going to her like, you know, I'm not a little boy anymore.
Oh my good lord.
Yeah, I know. And I kept saying it repeatedly.
I'm a big boy.
I'm not a little boy anymore.
Repeatedly.
I'm not a little boy anymore. Like, and
Oh, God.
I know, I'm cringing, and I'm just saying I'm not a little boy anymore.
That's from too much porn. That's
Do you reckon,
100%, lad. Yeah, you've got it. Hey, so you know I'm not a little boy anymore.
Came with a pizza.
Hey,
Cuts
little
out
lady.
a hole. And I so like my phone's going off a lot, and I remember like
While you're in the house.
my phone's just vibrating loads, and I look, and it's my mum who's calling me, and I think like, oh, it's just like late, and I've not come home yet.
Yeah.
She's just like making sure I'm safe. You know what I mean? My mum's calling me, and I'm like buttoning it and hanging it up, and still like.
I'm a big
trying
boy
it
now.
I'm not a little boy
I'll bring my plates down when I'm ready.
It's just the Thomas the Tank theme tune as well.
Excuse me, turn it off. And it's like going off, and I'm just like buttoning it, and it gets to the point where I can't ignore it anymore.
Yeah.
So I just leave and I go home. I open the door, and my mum and dad are like, "What do you think you're doing going round next door?" And I'm like, I go chocker. I'm like, "What? How did you know?" And they were like, "Well, we were in the kitchen, and our window was open, and their window was open, and we heard everything." And I just want to say, I'm not a little boy anymore. They were like, laughing at me. And I got rinsed by my mum and dad like I've never been so fucking embarrassed.
That's so funny.
Do you know what my favourite part about that story is? You got nonced and looked like the knobhead in the whole situation.
That's funny, yeah.
But it really didn't. The only thing that affected me
It was
was that
fucking
humiliation.
awesome.
Yeah, like there is kind of that like thing though with boys, isn't it? Like
When
I
you-
didn't
when
feel
you-
arsed. I didn't feel like
When
a
you're like
victim.
that
Yeah.
age, you're like, all I want to do is have sex with boobs, please.
With boobs.
With the Jennifer. And then like someone shows you the
Nothing else.
attention, you're like, oh yes. Like,
It is
it's-
weird, isn't it? Because you go from being 9 years old, where like women fucking, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't even like her. Shut up, no. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't like women. That's gay, and that's like, and then you literally get a year older, and you're like, oh my god, isn't it lovely?
Yeah, women are everywhere and it's great.
Yeah.
And part of me
Yeah.
even feels bad telling the story. Like I'm making it look bad.
Yeah.
But is that like a kind of like victim thing? Like,
As
I don't know.
long
I
as
don't feel like a
Just
victim.
I don't know.
don't name her.
Yeah. Well, I
Unless you
pinpointed it
want to.
geographically. No, it's
No.
not.
Unless you want it so we can get on it.
You're too old for it.
Yeah, way too old.
Oh,
Oh man.
hell.
So you've got no riz then now? Is that what
No,
what
no
you're saying
riz.
to
No
someone?
riz.
I mean, I'd never thought I had riz. I could never close. Wasn't a good closer, me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm all right
yeah.
chatting to people and that. I can chat on and shit like that. But I just never had that confidence of like, oh, this girl
Seal the
likes
deal.
me. Yeah, yeah. And I'm made up now because I'll never get me too'd because I didn't have the confidence to go after it myself.
Yeah, how could you put pressure on me when he just
Yeah.
didn't try
Yeah,
at all?
yeah,
So
Yeah.
I remember when I met my missus, I was just starting to feel a bit like I would never like just approach a girl in a bar. That wasn't me. Like I
Oh
said,
yeah,
no
neither
riz.
was I. Mad.
And I started feeling a bit. I was starting to get a bit more confident in myself, and I was out with my mates, and there was like a group of girls sat next to us, and I like initiated conversation. We were all then sat around the table, and I was like flirting with this girl, and it was actually kind of like working. She was like laughing, and like it was going really well, to the point where my mates went up to get a drink, and it was just me and her talking, and I didn't know how to close so bad that I just was like, oh, I just need to go to the toilet, and I got off and left.
Just left.
I just left because I couldn't seal the deal.
That's cold though, mate, because now she thinks about you forever.
The one that
Really?
got away.
away.
don't think
My
so.
big.
Shut up.
So I'm fucking nerd.
All she wants is us to open up so she can be horrible to us.
That's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, listen.
She might have thought, what did I do wrong then?
My big
Like,
beige boy.
She might
Go on, let go
maybe
away.
stained meth.
What I was saying before about like, I think you've got more riz when you go away. Like I feel like I do.
On all
You know what I
what?
mean?
On
On holiday
Like
and stuff.
starting a
Yeah.
new school and you're like,
Yeah.
She's
But
made
there's that like,
Puts his fucking collars on like that.
but there's that like, I never had like, if I was on a night out in like fucking Tiger, do you know what I mean? I'm just about my own life and I'm not trying with anyone. I just can't. Do you know what I mean? I'm not interested.
Yeah,
but
right.
over like abroad, I'm like, I'm never going to see these people again.
Yeah.
And like the same is
okay.
true in Tiger.
Yeah.
But like it's not. Do you know what I
You
mean?
feel-
but you
Because
never
she
know,
might have a
do you?
mutual friend on
Yeah.
Facebook. Do you know what I mean? But like if you go abroad, I would. That's when I was like more into it. Like, I remember I went over to. This story's quite heavy actually. I don't know if I can tell this story.
You've done it now. You have to
I told it on. Yeah, I did what you did.
The story might be heavy, but pick it up.
Fucking bench pressing the story in a little bit. I told the story on What's Happening, but it was on their Patreon.
Okay. Well, this isn't.
Yeah.
Maybe you can edit it down if you want.
No, we'll see.
Okay.
It's fine. It's just a bit graphic. That's all.
That's all right.
But I went over to Vegas and I'd done we went to a beach club, but it was like part of a crawl type thing. And I remember we'd met loads of
James was just miming in the corner.
yeah.
He said tiger before and he was like,
Yeah, it's like for
The deaf.
yeah. for the
I
deaf.
keep watching you clock eyes with him and it's making me insecure.
Sorry.
do you know like when you're part of a new friendship group and you're just like,
he's going.
No,
I don't know if they
it's-
even like
To
me
be
or not. do you know what I mean?
fair, he's never done this before. I don't know what's going on. He doesn't usually mind behind people. That's
He's
new
like,
for
he
me
loves
as well.
ASMR so much he's even gone not even vocal anymore. It's just
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a comedy.
So, like I say, I was on this like crawl and we'd made mates, me and my pal, and we were sub like these lads, and we were queuing up for this next place. It was like it's called Encore Beach Club in Vegas. It was class, and I'd gone over with my pal, and I spotted this girl like sort of further down the queue. I've not told you this story, have I?
No, I don't recall.
Because I probably wouldn't tell it on ours because my mum listens to that one. So I've clocked eyes to this girl, and it was one of them where you put her out to me, like, fucking hell, get on her, she's unbelievable, sort of thing. And it was one of those where you're looking at her, you're like, I've got no fucking chance anyway. And then I've gone in, and me and my pal had to pay for this locker. So we put our bags and whatever in this locker. And as I've gone into, like we've got in properly, she was stood at the bar, and she was like reading this menu, like this cocktail menu. And I just went up and I just took it off her, and I went, what are we having? You know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't have the fucking cojones to do that in Tiger. Do you know what I mean?
Whole pack of Rizzlers on you there.
Yeah. Fucking Rizzy Gervais, mate.
Rizzle kicks.
And we just hit it off from there. What are you doing?
I'm still trying to think of one. Sorry.
Rizzy Rascal.
There we go.
Still going. I'm still there in my head. It's like,
Rizza Benitez, does that work? Not really.
Loose.
Anyway, so we
Wizzy
really
Wizzy,
hit it off.
let's get
Huh? What you saying?
Wizzy Wizzy, let's get Rizzo. that was the
Rizzo?
thing. Rizzo.
do Rizzo.
Character in Greece.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was
Oh,
thinking
you
Lizzo.
thinking Lizzo?
Oh yeah.
I'm getting
no,
lost in the Riz
Rizzo.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So much Riz.
So we ended up really hitting it off from there, and we were having a good time and stuff. And then we met up later that night, and we'd gone for like a couple of drinks or something. I've abandoned my mate at this point. He's doing his own fucking thing, and
Just zero fucks given in another country. Ah, he'll be fine.
you're laughing because you'd hate that.
Yeah, because I've been that mate so many times. Yeah, I'll fucking do it, man. Some water into yourself on
This
the
is
way
why you get
home.
nonce, because your mates left you alone all the time. So we went out, we had a few drinks and stuff, and then does it put you off when a girl's like really forward? Or like, does it take you by surprise?
Probably intimidating.
Yeah. I was like
can't say
21
to-
at this point.
Because I don't know.
So I was like 21, 22, and it like really caught me off guard. Because she was just so fucking forward, like she wasn't asked at all. And we were sat, we just got some food or whatever, and she was like, "What do I do now?" And I was like, "I don't know, we can go get a drink somewhere else if you want." And she's like, "Well, have you got any condoms?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but I think they'll have glasses at the bar.
I don't think that would have worked on the night. I don't think we should have. But I was just like, yeah, I do, yeah. She's like, right, well, let's go then. And I was like, okay, sweet. And I'm used to like having to like fucking grind a girl down.
Right.
You know what I mean? She was like,
It sounds ruthless, that though. I used to have to grind them down till they can't get away anymore.
what is it Hutchie says? Like, break the spirit. Like, so I was just like fucking properly taken aback. We went back to the room and things are going good. And this is what I mean about how it gets really graphic, so I apologise. But I'm fingering her. And I go
Hey,
to
nice choice of
Aaron,
word.
we had someone playing a harmonica with a fanny the other day.
yeah.
Say fingering.
Look at me just dead car. Like, oh, we did the kisses.
Yeah.
So I'm fingering it, and like everything's going good, everything's fine. And then I go to take my hand out, my fingers out, and she just grabs onto my wrist. And she goes, "Don't freak out, okay?" Which is like the worst thing you can say to anyone.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah. This is like 5 years later, you're still having a fucking panic attack. So I was just like, what? I tried not to freak out in that moment. I've took my hand out and it was just covered in blood.
Okay.
So I was just like, fuck. Brilliant. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, why didn't you just fucking tell me?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, I just didn't think you'd come back. And I was like, well, you don't know me. And I was just like, but you still, you've got to tell me though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've come back here, like, I don't want to say it was as deep as that, but I've come back here under like false pretenses. Do you know what I mean? And this is where the story gets like really horrible because we just carried on, but she was a squirter.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I don't want to be like that fucking straight white male on a podcast. I fucking made a squirt everywhere, lad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because if a girl can do it, they can do it. And it's, do you know what I mean?
It's not
Are you still
to do
miming
with
this?
you.
No,
No, he wasn't miming that. Like.
I'm processing everything that's happened.
Yeah, I've cut
All I
out
can
a few chapters, to be
All I
honest.
can picture is the first scene in Blade.
Yeah,
Like an episode of fucking Dexter.
Yeah.
Carry at the fucking.
So we carry on.
All good. Go
We
on.
carry on, and she's like I say, she's a squirter, and everything's fine. But it just obviously when you combine the two, it was
Yeah.
like
In a
fucking
hotel as well.
massacre. Do you know what I mean?
In a hotel.
And in my
Poor
mind, while
hotel
it's
cleaner.
happening, like I'm like, this is fucking sick, mate. Look at me, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Sick.
all Vegas hotels. I mean,
Tasting the copper.
Christian Bale.
he'd already left.
Christian Bale.
He'd already left that copper, don't worry. So, but we were like, all like Vegas hotels are like fucking like you can't see through the windows. Like all the like the fucking what is it called when you, like a mirror in a courtroom, not courtroom. interrogation.
Two-way glass.
Yeah.
So you can see out but can't see.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I'm having the time of my fucking life. I'm
Yeah.
thinking like this is sick. And then like the post-up clarity, like you're looking around, it's like fucking like bears have been slaughtered around.
Yeah.
It's like obviously hotels, everything's white everywhere,
Yeah.
white walls, white beds. Like it was just like it's like this is fucking horrible. And then there's not really an end to the story. But I got up afterwards and like I said, like, the post-up clarity was like fucking. I was like, what have I done here? Like this is a lot. Do you know what I mean? I went to go and get a shower, and then she started like getting like fuming at me. She's like, that's rude.
I wanted a fucking cuddle.
Exactly. So she's like, that's rude. I was like, look at me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I was like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Do you know what I mean? I was like what the fuck? What do you
Like
mean?
Paul from the Teletubbies.
Yeah. It's a different. We can do that.
I want
if
to
you
see
want.
that episode. So I went to Las Vegas post
Yeah.
telling the Teletubbies. I went to
Yeah.
Las Vegas boys.
Showed him my Tinky Winky and made some tubby custard with her and
The sun wasn't out. The sun wasn't out.
And then I went and got a shower, and she was like fucking fuming at me
Fuming about the shower, yeah.
because I went to go. Yeah.
mad,
So that
what
was.
was she gonna-
You
did
wanted
she
an
not-
awkward sex story? There you
That
go.
was
That was
a
great.
journey.
Yeah,
That
That
was
was-
a journey.
It was a lot. It was
Heavy.
in more ways than
Flow?
one. She was
Yeah.
heavy. Yeah.
heavy
Slow?
floor. Yeah.
But I just couldn't believe she didn't tell me. Do you know what I mean? Like I just,
Yeah.
it's like, come on,
I-
just say something.
Yeah. If you're shedding your uterus lining, you know. let it know.
Bring it up. Do you know what I mean?
Drop it in
Just mention
somewhere,
it
innit, yeah.
one time.
I get what you. It's just like the heads up, innit, Joe? Not as if like they have to. It has to be
But when I found out
declared.
she was on, I wasn't going heads up. I was
Oh my god,
doing that's too much. Too much.
feeling woozy, like I was there.
Are you all right, James?
yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I have, yeah. I've learned a lot about.
I feel like you're on the edge and I don't want to push you over.
Oh, no, you can push me
Okay.
over if you
Okay.
want.
Yeah,
How long have we
please
done?
push me
Yeah, we
over.
Because to sum up,
Yeah.
Liam got nonce and
An
I
hour and 5.
had.
I think we'll have a little break after that, after those two heavy stories.
I
A
do
word
need
from
a
our
little break.
sponsors, and then we'll be back in a minute.
Word from our sponsors.
Who's the sponsor? Who could possibly be the sponsor for this fucking tenor lady?
Go ahead.
We finally brought the booklet with us.
We brought the brochure, everybody,
Feel
because we've been taking our
supreme.
vitamins, and I've remembered to bring it this time.
Yes. So you want to know about lion's mane tincture?
Do I?
This powerful liquid gives fast and optimal absorption and is more easily absorbed than a powder or capsule. The main active compounds. Ooh, that's a lot of words. What about the next one? Cordyceps. Oh, is this the one where it made the Chinese win the Olympics? Yes, it is. Cordyceps were first brought to public attention in the 1990s after the Chinese Olympic team broke 5 world records, which they attributed to cordyceps, improving their athletic performance. However, the benefits of cordyceps have been known for centuries beforehand, including... So try and read it down fast.
No,
Okay.
people won't be able
Improves
to
stamina,
read it.
endurance, and respiratory function. Cordyceps increase cellular oxygen absorption by up to 40%. Cordyceps improve the functioning of the heart. We all
want a good heart, don't you?
Hearts
You all
that
want a good
work.
heart. Do you want your heart?
Every single person out there wants a good heart.
Do you want your heart to feel supreme? Well, you can.
Well, head over to Feel Supreme and get yourself some cordyceps.
I'm also just going to look up at this new thing they've got. Keep going on now.
Okay. Helps maintain cholesterol and fitness. Increases ATP synthesis. Stuff like that. Faster energy recovery, reduces fatigue, improves physical function. Wow. Well, that sounds delightful.
They also have just started stocking Tonkat Ali and Fedosia agrestis.
Is this what I've ordered?
No, this is what I've ordered.
Oh.
Because these will boost testosterone, and the Fedagia will also make your balls bigger.
You want it
That's
increase
from
your
the-
Fedagial?
That's from Feel Supreme themselves in a direct message. They've said, my balls are going to grow 15% bigger with 15% off.
What's it called?
Using
Fagial?
TMHC 15. Fedosia
Fedosia cat.
agressit. Yeah, Fedosia cat. So you want to get your testosterone up, you can do that. They also do 5-HTP, which is like a mood boosting thing, gets you more serotonin.
That's what I've ordered because I'm depressed.
You're not meant to take it if you're on antidepressants, so that's sort
Which
of
I'm not.
kind of like I think it might be like sort of
Which might be
natural
the problem.
antidepressant. But anyway, there's loads of good stuff on there. Vitamins, good stuff for you. Loads of mushroom blends, stuff that are good for your brain, good for your guts, good for your life. You can get 15% off using TMHC 15. Feel Supreme. Go support a little local business that are just trying to make people healthy.
Yeah, wholesome.
Feel Supreme.
Grow your art.
Love you.
Cordyceps.
Bye.
Comedymerch.co.uk.
What's that, Amy?
It's a shop where you can get clothes which make you look cooler.
And what's on them clothes?
Our stuff, logos,
Our
designs.
logos. Pussy whiff. Death metal.
Yeah.
Hand of God thing.
We've got loads more designs that we need to put out as
Got
well,
stuff
so we
coming.
get that sorted.
Hey, do you want a t-shirt with a frog sat on a mushroom taking LSD playing a guitar? Comedymerch.co.uk.
That's right. What else?
Got
what
your
else is
back.
on there?
Bongo, little bongy man. Little bongy.
Oh, yeah.
Little,
Johnny Bongo.
yeah, little bongy, pussy whiff, black metal, mild heckle logo, Metallica logo.
Yeah, our regular
The old
logo.
eye. Loads on there. Loads of different colours.
Aye.
Get yourself some merch.
Get on
Rep
it.
us in the streets. Support the podcast.
What's cool?
Be
Cool.
cool.
Be
Love
cool.
yous.
Love you.
Enjoy the show.
Bye.
Riz Khalifa.
Hey.
So back second section. There was someone said about something about something spreading negativity somewhere. Patreon,
questions.
What's
Yeah.
this?
We'll get
So
to it in a
we asked people to send in the Patreon questions for the guest.
Okay.
Plural. So Patrick McCarthy's put, how bad are Liam's feet? I'm a Spotify listener to spread negativity, so I haven't seen them out.
What a fucking question.
Have you got your
Listen,
toes
he's
out
not
on that one?
debuting his feet on this one. That'll be our Patreon.
They're behind these babies are behind a paywall, motherfucker. I'm not even describing them to you.
Can we not
That's
get an
so
audio
funny.
description?
Well, yeah, you get an audio
ASMR for his
description.
feet.
That's
What
probably
is it?
that's why he's asking, because there's been audio description before. It made me laugh because I just like the idea it's been
Trotters.
playing on his feet. I've got it now.
What do they look like?
I was born with a double club foot.
What?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Kasabian over here, mate.
Double club.
Can hit you
What do you
over the head
mean?
with
What's
both
a
of them in a minute.
single club foot?
So a club foot's when your foot is kind of like at an angle, like so at the joint. It's like a fucking you're dragging a club.
So you leave weird prints in your shoes?
Well, I do, yeah,
Indents in your
kind
shoes,
of.
yeah.
Like, but I had
you?
corrective surgery as a baby.
Oh.
Like I was the first baby in this country to have the surgery that I had
Really?
to correct the club
Really,
foot. Yeah, they call
Famous.
Cincinnati incision.
foot
It was. They
baby?
call me the Cincinnati Kid.
That's
Do they?
hilarious.
Google it.
Who's this?
My brother.
Right.
He calls me the Cincinnati Kid.
So they took
That's
your
such
foot
a
off like
funny
you
name.
like a brat.
The Cincinnati Kid.
Liam the Cincinnati Kid, Tuffy.
The Cincinnati Kid.
He sounds like a mascot for a shit fucking baseball team.
You do know that, like,
Oh,
if
yeah.
someone does do a deep dive and finds out that I've been lied to and I'm not the first baby in this country, I'll be fucking
Murder.
devastated.
So double club foot.
So double, like, what used to have to happen before the surgery I had was kids would like spend their like early years in those calipers, those like metal braces all the way up
yeah.
the
Like
leg,
Forest.
proper
Yeah.
like Forest.
Like chastity for your leg.
Yeah, like a chastity cage for me little
His
dick
mum
leg.
just had it round a necklace. Just like,
And it'd be all like digged in and wired up, like and you know you'd go and get them tightened and adjusted. But I just had this like corrective surgery that like brought them up. I had casts on for a bit as a baby, and then I used to have to go for physio, but I just kind of like phased off it. I've got like a weird indentation at the back of my
you're
ankle,
so sexy, by the way.
and my ankle kind of like you can see it like protrude a bit. It's weird. I've just got weird feet.
Weird foot.
Yeah.
Did you get to put your
Ladies,
Did you get your? I had flat feet. Did you get to put your feet in those pink foam things? Did you have insoles or inserts?
I've never had
Oh.
insoles, but I do have flat feet, so I think that might have just been like medical negligence.
I made foam
Someone you
shoes
can call
for
for that, you
my.
can call Quick Feet.
No, but I missed something there. Both things. What?
I made foam shoes for my pigeon once.
Did he have a double club foot as well?
They were proper like manker. And
Your
Fuck
pigeon.
this pigeon, you know.
Your
yeah,
pigeon.
well, I found him.
It wasn't a pigeon. It was a street pigeon.
Yeah.
He's nobody's pigeon. He's his own pigeon.
Yeah, he's his own pigeon. And I called him Pie. And his feet were mangled, so I made.
He was mangled.
He was mangled.
Did
wasn't
you hit
just
him
his
with
feet.
a car first or something?
No. But I think his mum might have threw him out the nest was the problem. And I was like, can't leave him there. So I should have
So
left him
Al,
there. I
yeah.
prolonged his suffering.
Leave him to
Deja
nature.
vu with this story, are you?
Yeah.
But I
Why have
tried
you kept
to.
an animal alive?
Let's not talk. Go on. Sorry, Amy, you were
Okay.
saying.
Definitely talking about it.
Yeah, so like you put his feet in a bit of foam and then draw around it and then cut out and then put his claws into the foam and then tape the foam to his feet. So he had like little.
Man's got Crocs.
Man's got.
Like when I make he's sick at the baseball with the big fingers. You like
Orthopedic
force fed him
flip-flop.
pies, peas,
I
didn't
didn't force feed him pies.
Peas.
No, that's where he got his name.
you?
No,
Force
peas
fed him
and sweet
peas to
corn.
keep him alive.
For how long
I
did he
didn't
survive?
Force feed him. He was hungry.
You force fed him because you had to hold his head and shove it in the bag of peas and squeeze it into his face.
Yeah, no, it was like an icing bag. He enjoyed it, Dean.
Isn't that how they make fucking foie gras?
Yeah.
You just gave him a fatty liver.
No, no.
Kind of.
He would have starved.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he enjoyed it. But he did have peas crusted to his head the whole time because I wasn't bathing him daily. I was bathing the pigeon twice a day.
Is this just a regular pigeon as well? I bet it fucking stunk.
You must
I
have
don't
just
know.
been
They
like
don't
that
smell.
the
They
whole
don't smell.
time.
Yeah, they don't smell.
I had one. I used to work in a barber shop, and a pigeon flew in through the door, and they do smell.
Well,
that
not
one
mine.
did anyway.
Mine
That one might have. This one was fresh out the nest.
How
Yeah.
long did you have him for?
I can't remember, but it was a while. Not like
It was too long.
it wasn't. It was under a year. And, and I didn't know it was a
Nah, it was
pigeon.
probably only about fucking 6 weeks or something, you know.
That's under a year.
No, I know, yeah, but
Is
you
this
made
what
it out
you
like it was
put
like
together?
6 months, 8 months.
Yeah. Did you
and-
play any part in the rearing of this?
I
pigeon?
checked if it was dead by kicking its cage.
And it was dead.
Convenience.
That was all I played. 'Cause I'm weird with like when animals like it's dead skittish and like freaks me out.
I
and
don't
that,
like
so
it.
I'd hate for you to find me dead, just fucking kicking me out.
Yeah.
Wake up, lad.
But Yeah, it's like, it freaks me out when they move, so I couldn't touch it or nothing. It used to freak me out, like birds
I'm the
flapping
same.
around,
same,
like,
yeah.
makes me go whoa.
By the I think his name is
Well,
Joe.
a bird.
Joe Diffie. He's a country
Word.
singer. Lucas Kirkby was telling me about this. He's a country singer, and the song is about a couple, and the wife has an affair on the man, and the reason he found out is because the parrot could hear the people having sex, and the parrot repeated
That's definitely happened.
the
That.
other person's name. When I heard that knock, and then apparently that's the whole reason.
I
What a
thought the
song.
parrot was going to be making sex noises.
Yeah.
I think he just said like, Keith.
Ah.
Because when parrots speak, they kind of like sound like a recording of where they heard that word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was picturing like a moaning situation, and they're like, "That's not my fucking moan."
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Don't ever slap me in the face again.
I'm a big boy now.
I'm not a little boy anymore.
I love
Don't freak out, okay?
I love birds.
Yeah. Parrots are mad.
Birds don't
There's,
love
them
you.
there's that bird in
Just kidding,
some forest, isn't it, where it like makes noises of like people cutting down trees and like
Yeah.
car alarms and stuff, and it proper mimics the noise, and it sounds like someone starting a chainsaw and, go, and like fucking a tree falling and
It's
that.
insane.
It's just the bird call. It's mad.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
what
why
bird it was.
If doing accents is racist, then are parrots racist?
I think inherently so. Yes.
Depends what
cancel
words
the
they're
parrot.
saying, innit?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
Educational.
talked about this actually, didn't we? Like, it's fine
Did
if
we?
it's an African grey. They
Oh yeah, yeah.
do.
Yeah, they can say the M word.
I've got.
Sorry to interrupt. Was that the only question we had about his feet?
No, you've
I was
got
gonna
other
say-
ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
some more.
Can I just ask? Sorry, that quick. Do you save animals a lot? Is that your thing?
I used to, but now I'm in my badass Miley Cyrus phase and fuck them animals.
Yeah.
You fuck the animals.
Yeah.
Never seen Miley Iris.
Miley
Yeah,
Iris.
fuck that.
Yeah,
She's a
no,
goo-goo
I've rescued a lot of animals. But I'm too tired now.
My missus like tries to save everything, like bees and she'll put a bee in like a
Is she
little
a
box with
vet?
some sugar water.
Yeah.
What does she do?
She works in a warehouse. Yeah, she's a vegan.
Is it a pet warehouse?
Yeah, no, she's just like she's a vegan.
I think
She
she was a
just loves
vet.
the planet. Wants to save all the animals.
That's nice. I was for many years, and then I realised it was a lost cause. So
Yeah.
we're all about to die. So I
Lucky
thought I
days.
didn't.
Nothing on there.
I went to a falconry once. Has anyone ever been to a falconry?
Yeah, round the back of my house, 'cause some fella's got a bird of prey,
There's one in
and he feeds a chicken in the street. Falconry every day.
That's
day.
that's a flex.
I
That.
saw
Yeah.
some,
Terrifying.
me and
Raw
Callum
chicken.
Oakley driving through Liverpool in Old Swan. There was a lady walking an owl. But I did a story.
Walking an owl.
But at the falconry in Chester, you go and they do put the gauntlets
Yeah.
on your arm, and the guy comes over to you and goes, here's the rat that the hawk will take. And you think, oh, I'm just going to place the rat on the gauntlet. And no. In order to enhance the bird's senses, he squoze the
Squirrels.
squeezed.
Squoze
I'd
is
say
the right
squoze.
word, isn't it?
Squoze?
Really?
Squoze, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It is a word. Yeah.
Squoze is
Squoze.
defo a word.
Like breathing.
Spell it right now.
I don't.
SQUOZE.
Yeah.
Squoze.
Squaws.
I said V.
Squaws.
Fuck off, is that a word?
Squoze it.
Squeezed.
Yeah. Squoze, chose, froze.
You squeezed.
I'd never say squeezed.
Squeezed.
Am I the dickhead?
Yeah.
I
It
would
might be
never
a
call
scout. It
one.
might be Scouse thing. It might be a
Squoze.
Liverpool thing.
I don't
Squoze.
think squirrels is a word.
I'll go to that. Where's my phone?
Squizzed.
Go on, keep saying about your,
Sorry,
your
go on.
squozed.
Basically, squoze the rat. all the innards came out. The hawk took it, and I went home.
What? On your arm?
Yeah. I had the gauntlet on, but he just squoze like two rats. Just
Dead rats.
yeah, all over.
I've had dead bats
Horrible. Oh
in
my
my face.
goodness.
I've got a story about feet for you.
Go on.
So, I know someone who they got a massage, right,
Yeah.
on the feet, and then they went out in the sun, and because of all the oil, he got like rash. Right, but this isn't. You don't know
What
where
a
this
fucking
story.
idiot.
Right, so they've scratched, itching.
Squoze and squeeze. It's both fine.
Are they both right?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Everyone's a
Um,
winner.
So she's itching, and she gets cuts on there and they start getting like little infections. So she puts a foot in a bowl of Dettol, and the Dettol starts eating her skin. Anyway, she's had her leg amputated.
Fucking hell, that was a quick fast forward.
Yeah, from a massage to
Oh my god.
one-leggedness.
Yeah, you buy cheap, you buy
Well, the
twice.
pain in her leg's gone.
Yeah.
She probably went for the massage
horrendous.
for.
Is this someone you know?
Yeah, someone I lived with, yeah.
I've had her on the podcast.
Yeah. Jode.
Jode. She's only got one eye as well.
God. I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say
Wait,
she
is
had the
that
oil on.
related as well?
The one eye. No.
Well, it's diabetes.
Diabetes.
So you know, if you have a bad foot when you've got diabetes, then it's probably coming off, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
I thought what you were going to say was like she had the oil on, then went out in the sun, and it just, because I've
Cooked
heard
it.
that before,
Oh,
like
yeah,
it
cooked
just fucking.
it cooked it right off.
Like,
What's actually happened is it just looked so good and so tasty after it had fucking been charred.
Yeah.
That her fucking boyfriend
Dog.
was just like, yeah, let's go.
Dog, I'd had it.
How do we even get onto that?
Feet, trotters.
Oh,
yeah, my feet.
Talent.
So yeah, not
Cincinnati Kid.
The Cincinnati Kid, that's such a good name.
Gunslinger baby.
Ohio.
That's got to be the
Yeah.
name of your first special.
That's it.
Yeah,
God.
that's such, yeah.
Again, overshared.
Nate Bargatze's got the Tennessee Kid, but for different reasons.
Cincinnati Kid.
Kev says, just ask them who's the hardest. Try and make them fight. I've got a bet on myself, but I want to see.
Oh, I want to know what you did.
Yeah.
Have you had any
divulged
fights?
who he's got?
No.
Divulged?
We've not had any.
Who's he spelling?
Divulge.
Squires.
Is that a word?
Squires
Yeah.
did out of him.
We've not had any fights. I think.
No,
that
I mean, in your life, have you ever been in a fist fight?
I'm a big bruiser lad all the time.
Oh yeah, the Cincinnati Kid.
Cincinnati
fight.
Kid.
Yeah.
I walk into a bar if you don't pay your respects.
Yeah, everyone turns around.
I had a couple
All
fights
the
when I was
shutters,
younger.
shutters. He's walking down the street.
Tuffy
and
is actually an acronym for the Ultimate Fighter, yeah?
You better believe it. No, I had a couple fights when I was a kid, but it was like, honestly, just.
fighting off that woman. Next door.
I liked it,
And he
honestly.
lost.
I loved it. No, but yeah, it never really got far. I hit this kid. This kid was picking on other kids in the park that were younger than us, and I wanted to be like, I read too many fucking Batman comics, thought I'd be like the hero and stand up. It's like, let's have a fight.
Yeah.
Kill my
We went-
parents.
So we went onto the field, like where the little park was. Like it was like a play area. We went onto the field and started like shoving each other. Do you know what I mean? No one wanted to throw the first punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he slapped me across the face. So I punched him and his nose started bleeding and I saw the blood and felt guilty. So I had a fight and felt guilty about
Yeah,
it.
right.
So I'm just not built for it.
You
That's why
punched a
I-
5-year-old as well.
Oh,
told
fucking
me
hell,
that on
lad.
Monday.
Yeah, and I was
Kids
thinking
and
about editing
women.
it out.
Why? What happened there?
It was an accident. An
Oh,
honest
so?
mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't recently.
bravery.
I was like 14, 15.
It wasn't very brave of him.
No, he was just like he was me little brother's mate, and he was just giving me loads of shit, telling me how he was going to batter me, and he was like shadow box.
So I fucking kicked his head off. His fucking roundhouse kicked that little cunt
Mate,
right in the
fucking
head.
James is
the
laughing
wallet,
because he's been there.
Love the fact when he come up to I could fucking kick your head in.
Little
And he
kids,
punched him.
and he was just like shadow boxing at me and that.
Yeah.
So he was going, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So I was like, no, you won't, lad, because I'll get you right, and I'll do this, and I like went on his level, did
Yeah.
his fucking game, and I was shadow boxing, but he walked into me fist.
Oh,
He walked into
Yeah,
my fist,
yeah,
and
yeah, we've heard that
I
before.
clipped him, and he burst out crying, and I legged it.
Legged it.
Legged it.
Ran
How
off.
else do you react?
I
But then
never seen him
realised-
ever again.
No, he was like a family fucking friend. He knew where we lived, so his mum
Wasn't it
came
his
like
son, was
knocking
it?
around. Well, it wasn't her son.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't there. So.
I just knew it was hard to. It's hard to explain, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like I just look and sound guilty as I explain it.
I threw my cousin across a room once because he was hitting me and that younger cousin. Like I was only quite young at the time, and I was going, "Stop hitting me, because you're doing me head in." I was like, "Stop it, just stop." And he hit me like in the balls.
Pain.
And I just went and just fucking launched him across the room.
I don't know
and then like he was proper crying, and then went to like his man and that crying. There was a big kick off, I think. And then he was like, "What happened?" And I went, "I told him if he does that again, I'm gonna fucking hit him." And then he done it again, so I hurt him, and he went, yeah, that's his
Classic
fault.
Scouse mums. Yeah, well, he had it coming.
No, they literally they all went, yeah, no, that is your fault. That he warned
Yeah.
you, and you carried on, so that's your own fault for being a little dickhead. Like,
And now he's a busy.
no,
Oh, no, different one.
I threw an after 8 mint at my cousin.
Yeah, like a ninja star.
Yeah, hit him in the tooth.
Fuck off.
He cried.
My dad gave me a black tooth with one of them. Remember them old punch bags that was like on a stick that you could like you'd stand on a platform. It was on a stick and you punch it and it come back. I was doing that in front of my dad, and then he was like grabbing it and like letting it go. Do you know what I mean? And then like I wasn't paying attention for a little second, and I was like, and he just let go of it. He just hit me in the face, but it was the metal bit that was holding the ball. Hit me because of how little I was. I think it was my bottom tooth. It was my baby tooth though, but it just went black and then fell out.
Adult teeth, so you were that young.
Yeah. Oh, it was proper young. Yeah.
Jeez.
I bet you
Yeah,
he
it's
told
mad.
everyone it was an accident as well, just like I did.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I get hit all the time, mate. Like I think I get hit once
You
a
had,
day.
like proper fights
Perfect.
though,
No,
like
no.
not with family members.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I've been hit a few times, but it never led to fights because it was always like I'm not a fighter.
You're always already
Me
out
neither,
cold.
mate, yeah.
No, I've never been knocked out though. That's the one thing I can say. I'm not a fighter, so people will start on me, and then I just be like, well, one lad who hit me, I knew was fucking solid, so I was like, he wants me to fight him so he can batter me. He hit me to like get something out
Yeah,
of himself,
instigate it,
and then if I had carried on, he would have been like, oh yes, please, like and fucking punch me head in.
Yeah, I've been a victim of that.
Another one was some like old fella.
Sorry about that.
Who, like some 40-year-old fella when I was like 15 who thought we'd been fucking with some houses, but it wasn't us. We were just skating on the school and he fucking hit me as well. But yeah, I've never really been in fights though.
Yeah,
I don't like the idea of it.
I'm like that. I don't
them
see. I don't know why everyone like. How does it get to that?
Just
Do you know what I
scary
mean?
as well.
I can
It's like
understand
you
being
might
that
die.
angry, but like,
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, so that'd be my
worth it.
fucking luck. I'll never have a fight, and then the one time I do, the guy fucking hits his head, and suddenly I'm in jail with fucking lunatics.
or you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dead.
You get stabbed.
Yeah, he hits
Like-
me and I hit my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only had
Not-
like one fight really on like a night out, like defending my mate. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause I'm a hero.
Well, heroes, man.
Batman comics, yeah. But yeah,
Do you
that's
used
I just
to?
fucking-
No,
Oh, sorry.
no.
Kick ass over there.
So who do
but
you
a
think
guy-
would win in a fight out to use?
I'd smash his head in everywhere. Why? It's no contest.
Do you reckon?
It's just a size thing.
Yeah.
I mean, but saying that though, Aaron is a trained boxer.
I've watched you walk down the street and you struggle with that. Like, what are you talking
Because I've
about?
got a double club foot, lad, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
weapons as well.
You're right, but
Do you want to get hit by a club?
I just
I've got
don't
two
feel
of
like you'd
them,
have the speed at all. you just,
All right,
you're
that is
so,
my downfall.
do you know what I mean? Like, he's so.
I'm dead tender as well.
What
We
would your
recorded the
technique
pod.
be?
We recorded the pod last week, and then fucking I was doing Hot Water's green room, so we both left mine where we do the pod, and then we both drove to Liverpool. I've rang him, like, because I thought of something on the way. I forgot to say to him, and I've gone, oh, is that you in the middle lane there? He goes, no, I'm in the left lane. I was like, oh, that's not like you. And then I said, whereabouts are you? And he was 15 minutes behind me. We'd left at the
Safety
same time.
first. That doesn't mean I can't bat.
But like the point is, you're slow in a car.
Yeah.
So you,
All right. What I lack in speed, I make up for in just size, lad. You can't breathe. You can't fight. I'd sit on you.
That's true, yeah. That is
Easily
true.
done.
but how have you got me in the position to sit on me?
My best mate's a brilliant Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor.
Right, so you need your mate. That's not you winning a fight, is it?
No, but I know stuff.
Right.
Like, go for me now.
Oh, I know your mate. He's sick as well.
He is class.
He trains
Richard.
at, Richard. Yeah.
I actually
he is
saw him
class,
last
like.
night.
But
I
he
told him
doesn't
about
even
it.
look like it, and that's what I
No,
love
it's
about it.
scary. That's what's scary about
It's
it. yeah.
fascinating. Have you ever seen like videos of like people starting on like UFC fighters?
Yeah.
It's my absolute fucking favourite thing in the world.
That's
Have
why
you
you
seen
don't-
the
you don't
Jared
know
Gordon
fucking-
video?
Jared Gordon one.
This fucking
No.
gang just like walks. He stood outside a barber shop with his pal, and this fucking gang of lads just walks past, and one of them says something to him, and then just fucking takes a swing on this lad, and he just fucking rolls him like a pretzel,
Yeah.
just fucking folds him in half, and he's like literally, he's on mount in about 3 seconds,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
it's
just
crazy.
fucking caving his head in.
It's impressive to see like him, like in situations where there's like someone's being threatening. He's so calm. It's
Yeah,
scary.
because he knows how
'Cause
to
he knows what
fully
he can do.
manipulate the person.
And it's the last thing he wants to do
Yeah,
in
yeah.
that situation.
There was when we went on his stag, there was like his mate. He's like, was it Joe your best man? No, he wasn't. Was he?
No, our Jack was my best
Yeah,
man,
but he-
Joe
Joe
sorted
arranged
it out.
everything.
Yeah. Joe did all the
And,
work of a best man because my brother couldn't be fucking asked.
Yeah, right.
But my brother got the
But he did like a sports day type thing. There was like a sumo wrestling thing.
Yeah.
And Richard went up against a guy they nicknamed the Hulk.
that.
Right,
fuck
so
him every
he's
day,
just
yeah.
fucking enormous,
Yeah.
and they're all stood there going like, I don't know if Richard's gonna be able to do this, you know. He's fucking serious, mate. I've never seen a man look more pathetic in my life.
And
He just fucking
I bet you
ankle
Richard just
picked him
walked
and
up
just
just like
rolled
that,
him out
like-
of the fucking.
It was literally
doing?
in seconds, and Richard felt guilty. While everyone's going, ah, the one on the floor, Richard's the one going, you're right,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah, yeah.
But like
checking on him.
the Hulk didn't. He fully anticipated that happening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like he was like, I'm gonna fucking batter you, mate, because I've got size on me
Yeah.
side. Do you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't doing that. He just fucking ankle picked him and rolled him out of the fucking circle.
yeah.
He said, I was speaking to him yesterday, I told him I was coming on, and he said that you used to go
Yeah.
for a bit. And he said that you were actually, like, if...
Slick, mate.
No, he said that, like, you had, like, he said, like, if you'd carried it on, you could be, like, really good, because he said you got that, like, that build for it. So, like, sort of, like,
Got a-
Don't
lean,
hide myself
long-
under
Yeah.
my clothes,
Got a
lad.
big back.
Yeah, I've got long legs. I've got long legs and that, and I've got quite flexible shoulders
Sean
and
O'Malley.
shit like that. Do you get what I mean? Yeah.
How long were you doing it for?
Well, I started when I was like 18 for like a year or so, and then I've done another 2 odd years. I think it was when I was there.
Yeah.
I want to get back into it. It's just expensive, man.
Yeah,
It's
right.
fucking well
I was having a
expensive.
chat with Beth recently because like my life is just like stand up and the podcast, and I never have any fucking like I'll just be in front of the computer all day and then I'll go to a gig. And she said like, 'cause I boxed for like 2 years and I did MMA for like a year as well, but I never
Still
wanted to.
battered him.
Fucking full of shit you are, mate. But I never wanted
That's
to
to
fight.
organise this.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we'll do a white collar thing.
Yeah.
But I never wanted to fight, so I just never pursued it. I never
Yeah.
carried it on. But like she said, like, why don't you just? Because I hate the gym,
Yeah.
lifting stuff. Do you know what I mean?
It's boring, isn't
Can't be arsed.
Doesn't do
Yeah,
anything
so
for me head.
fucking just pick that weight up and just press it 12 times. Why? Just
Yeah.
I can leave it there.
Do you know
It's
what
so much
I
easier.
was doing? Like going up the climb mill, but going over my set as I went up the climb mill. So it was like getting used to reciting my set whilst multitasking.
While being
Walking
distracted
upstairs,
by
like,
something else,
Yeah.
Clit suckers.
Saying it out
Hey,
loud.
that new girl's a bit weird at the gym.
Funny though.
Yeah, I want to try and get back into it, me.
Yeah, right. But like you say, it's just so expensive. Like there's one near me. It's called Factory BJJ, and it's like £100 a month. Man, I don't have £100.
Mad,
Do you know
innit?
what I mean?
I just need to find one where you can pay a £5 to go.
Yeah, exactly. That's I can't commit to
£5
the
per
times
I think it
either.
exists,
Yeah,
though.
they're always at 6
Yeah.
p.m. on
There's a few. I
Monday
think,
to
I think
Friday.
there might be one in St. Helens that you can pay to go. Hammer. But yeah. Anyway.
Point is, I'd batter
BJJ
him.
chat.
Just
Okay.
yeah.
Even with his all the osmosis of BJJ that he's learned through his friend.
Yeah, I don't think that's the thing.
We'll try.
Who's
Strike me
scrappier?
now.
Strike me.
Strike me now and watch.
Strike me now.
I'm watching you. You don't know I'm looking at you.
I want to know,
But in my
Kev,
peripheral, I
let
can
us know
see
in the
everything.
comments who you think would win. That's all I want to
Me.
know. And we'll
He's
try and
just a teddy
organise
bear
it.
though, and he
That's what you
seriously,
think?
but he
Exactly, you're
seriously
underestimating me.
moves slower than any man I've ever fucking seen. We went to Cork recently, and even Beth was like, "I get what you're saying now," because I do nothing but complain about walking anywhere with him. And Beth, who's
got 2
5'3",
club feet, mate.
was so fucking far ahead of him. We went to a fucking like just a little breakfast bar. We just went to like a cafe to go eat food, and we turned around like, "Where's Liam?" He's like, literally, he was still in Manchester. That's
I
how
was
fucking.
respecting the rules of the road and there
Oh,
was
get
cars.
fucked, mate. I've never seen a man move slower in my life.
When he was saying how slow I was then, I missed the I was like in my brain, I went just slap him across the face now because he won't see it coming. But I talked myself out of it. I'm too nice. Too
slow.
But yeah, like Richard did that to me once. I was bragging about how I had reflexes like a cat, and as I'm saying that sentence,
Just
slap
it, yeah.
across
Yeah,
the
that's the
face.
Drake and Josh
hilarious,
scene as
that.
well, isn't it? He's like, he's got cat-like reflex, just throws a tennis ball. He's like,
I was just like slap him, but I had to.
That would have been hilarious. Somewhere in an alternate universe, you just slap the
Yeah,
laugh
yeah,
fuck out of Aaron there.
We're between the 5 and 4 of us. Do you edit? I don't know, but like between the 4 of us,
Hey.
we can make it. Look
I'll
like
edit it. Yeah. Well, any other any questions?
Just the last one's from Joe Rogers, and it just says, if anyone's local to Manchester, Aaron's running a comedy night every other Tuesday at Disorder, and it's a £5 and has 2 headliners every night, and it's fucking quality.
Oh, sick. Shout
love
out,
it.
Joe.
Big up Aaron Wood, man.
Oh,
Sick.
bless him. No, that's lovely. Yeah, he saved
Yeah.
me having to do the plug there.
Yeah.
There you go,
But
yeah.
funnily enough, we just put Dean for it.
Yeah.
Literally in the
And
interval.
Amy.
So Dean's and Amy. I don't know if you want me to say
And
that though. 'cause-
pencil.
We just make it.
Pencil, Jay.
Force it, otherwise it
If you
won't
don't
happen.
see her there, she's an absolute shit house. That's what's happened there.
He's only
Yeah.
booked it because of the poster.
I don't shit out.
But no, Dean and Amy are on in 13th of June was it? I think it was.
Yeah.
We said
That one. Keep an eye on the Instagram.
But yeah, it's going good.
Looks cool.
Yeah, it's a really
Nice
nice
gig.
room. It's got a 7-foot high ceiling, and Rob Mulholland's on the next bill. So see how that goes.
Yeah, just takes his hat off as it walks
No
in.
roof left.
No roof left. Is there anything else? Anything else going on? Anything want to chat about before we wrap it up?
If is that you want to plug or anything?
We get to that.
We'll
What's
adverts,
Spread Negativity's message?
Well, we said this in the interval. People think that we're just two fucking white guys that want to be like, oh, fucking.
We are.
Well, yeah, we are that. Yeah.
But do you know
That's exactly
clips
what we
that like go big? It oftentimes is people just wanting to be negative anyway, and it is a part of going viral. Often is like if you make a mistake, people comment like being like, "Oh, that's wrong,"
Yeah.
or a divisive topic. People like arguing.
Our best clips are when like people send stuff in. The hook at the start will be like, I want to tell you about the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And straight away you're like, okay, let's say this out. Do you know what I mean? And they always do well.
Reddit posts as well. It's like, that's what we like talking about on the podcast, sort of divisive topics. And I often get made to feel like a bellend for my thoughts and opinions, and that's why it's called Spread Negativity, because it's how I feel about myself.
Well, the best part is he fully commits to the bit in the episode, and then he'll go back and edit it, and he'll message me like, yeah, you were right, I don't know why I was on that for 15 minutes.
I'm on me pedestal.
You just get in there, don't you?
It's like when we did the episode with Finn, he turned to me and just like, you're a really weird guy. And he's like, I don't feel like I was that weird. Fuck you, Finn. Like, and then he messaged me like, no, yeah, I don't know. I think Finn was right.
But like, it isn't just us being like moaning bastards.
It's laughing at the negative.
Exactly.
So like, people always think that we're just like trying to moan about stuff, and we are quite fucking miserable. We're just fucking typical
British,
working class northerners. Yeah, we're just fucking fuming at everything. But everyone wants to show the best side of themselves online. Like, people send us stuff in that they would never admit to their closest mates. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't want them to appear that, you know, their life isn't perfect. That's all Instagram is. So it's just a piss take of spread love and positivity. Just be honest, and we'll have a laugh about it. Because
I just share my shame. And it's very
he's fucking. He got nonced, and we were like,
that's right. Sick. Well, you've had some good guests on there as well, haven't you? Like load of good people around, comedians and shit like that.
Yeah, like Hutchie on and stuff, and we had Luke Kidgel recently. That was fun, and it's like we're still.
And Dean, we've had Dean on.
Yeah, we've had Dean. Man like Dean. We're very aware of where we are in the hierarchy, but it's growing, and we're
man, go check that out. Spread Negativity, and then there's the gig on every other Tuesday in Manchester.
Yeah.
Sound. Where's socials and that?
Aaron Wood comment and everything. Spread Negativity pod on everything,
except for Twitter. It's SN.
Oh well, it's like we try with Twitter. We've got 200 followers, and we've had that since day one. We'd never fucking try.
But anyway, it's SN. I don't even know what it is. That's all little we try. S Negativity pod.
Negativity.
But then important, if you don't mind, can I plug the solo show?
Shut up. At Liam Tuffy Comedy.
There you go.
Get on his fucking shite show.
You're opening it. But yeah, on the 25th of May, I'm at Hot Water with my first solo show. Liam and Danny Davies are opening up for me.
Ooh, nice.
I'm in Manchester on the 21st of May. It was going to be the 18th, but they had issues with the venue, so we've had to move it to like the 21st of May. And I'm in London on the 4th. There's also another Manchester date, because we nearly sold it out, actually.
Nice.
So I had another one for like 25th of June. But the point is, the Liverpool one is looking bleak.
Get down. See the boys.
So Water. All the links are in like my Instagram bio and stuff. But come down. I'm throwing loads of graft in with the show.
That's right. Yeah, you're always grafting, aren't you? Fucking putting a shift in all the time. Well, nice one. What, anything going on, James? How far to your pod?
I'll be dead quick. So I nearly reached 100 followers on Twitter for my new podcast. Thanks for memories.
Half as many as we've got, and we've been doing the pod for over a year.
Smashed it.
James hasn't started yet.
Where I look. Where I look at my Facebook memories. This will probably go out after, but obviously I won't spoil that. I've recorded the first one. So, that's gonna be.
Is it just a solo podcast?
It is at the minute, and then I am gonna open it up for people to.
I don't have any bad Facebook memories, because every time I go on this day, I just delete everything. So like, I've got nothing. Like my first Facebook post was like 2019, apparently. Do you know what I mean?
I'm so keen on this, by the way.
Matured like a awful wine. So at Thanks Men Pod on Instagram and Twitter. Also, I'm finalising a date for a little whip. The work in progress. It's called Sorry Mate. I've only just seen this. It's going to be a venue in Liverpool at some point. And a hike with Martin Pike is in the works as well, for the character I did at the live show.
What's that?
A friend of mine, the brilliant James Kennedy, who's like really good director, messaged me and was like, we should just go to like Movama or something and just.
That's class.
That's gonna be.
That's class.
And come
He's
to
got
our,
one of the most ridiculous brains I've ever heard. Every live show is a
That's
different
class.
character.
Yeah, I love
It's
seeing
great.
the clip.
He was at the live show as a tiger. And he's eating
I've
fucking
not seen
food
that
out
one
of
yet.
Shanat Bar's hand and shit. It was fucking class.
Elliot Steele, when he was at Hot Water, he was like, "Oh, the guy who got scammed, that was hilarious." And I was like, "That was James."
James was on the podcast, but yeah, he was like, "Fuck off." What were you going to say at the end then?
Oh, and then come to our gig every Tuesday at the Shipping Forecast.
Shipping Forecast every Tuesday. Come down. It's a great laugh. Yeah, tickets are free for that live show. Next one's with Johnny Bongo. That should be a good one.
Is that
Back
right?
of phase 1. No more big old dildos.
Are you going to be able to do that one? It clashes with yours then?
What?
That
Wednesday.
disorder. No,
Oh
yours
yeah,
is-
but there's 3 of us running it and that, so.
Oh, sound, yes. So
We-
James
we
will host or
bounce
something.
Oh,
about,
yeah,
yeah.
we.
Every Tuesday, Shipping Forecast. We've just done a live show at a Swingers. That's on Patreon. We've just done Great British Baked Off Our Tits, which is on Patreon as well now. What else is there? We're doing a burlesque.
So many
17th of
things.
May. You can come to Albert Schloss and watch us do burlesque.
Yeah,
And
I've
then,
ordered
Yeah, me too.
ordered gold singlets, wrestling singlets, unitards
And they
for
are
all the
atrocious.
boys, and they've got little willy pouches, so you can see everything. So
Oh,
and they have
leave it
to dance on your tables. So come down, get close.
Get in the
come your
splash zone.
pants.
come your pants. Wear a poncho. Right? But yeah, other than that, nice one, everyone. Take it easy.
Thanks so much for
Anything
having
else?
us.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Coming
it.
on, guys.
Being
Appreciate
here.
it. Go check out the podcast, shows, gigs, pods, hiking with piking. Whatever you call it. We'll see you all next week on that. Nice one. Cheers,
Love you,
guys.
bye.
Bye bye.